Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. I really appreciate it. Jacob John J. Michael Beat Your Life. Thank y'all so much. That's the NTZ crew. All my fourth quarter members. That's Mr. Passport King said bang, bang, bang. I saw another comment. You said Jay-Z was named in a lawsuit. We'll talk about that. What's up, Doubtful Genius? One of my old heads. Earl and Edwards. He said, it's all luck of the draw. Watch your lanes. Be aware of your surroundings. But sometimes it just feels so good when you leave your comfort zone and venture out by yourself. What's up, Joseph? Any new viewers and subscribers watching for the first time? Welcome. Look like chocolate cookie is new. He says those machine guns look very cool and dangerous. Yeah, it's just a thumbnail that I got from a friend of mine who's ex-army. They're not gonna do anything. What's up, Jeffrey Chad? He said, all good here in northern Samoa. He said, scariest thing I saw here was a roach at night. Yeah, just be kind of careful, man. You're in Samoa, man. Don't talk it up, man. The weather over here changed like a dime, man. And you right there in Typhoon Alley. I mean, they get so many typhoons in Samoa. That's what scares me from going. Anybody catching this on replay, I really appreciate all y'all support. The peso is 57.85. It's went down some, but hell, that's still a lot. But they say the dollar's gonna strengthen, once that uh what do you call it? The the interest rate goes back up. He said, I stay safe in the Philippines by not going back to the US too often. That's a good one. What's up, I love the child? We got a title, how do you stay safe in the Philippines? That's the way I'm saying this on the title. Okay, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, in light of what happened to Elliot Eastman. Guys, remember, Elliot Eastman is me. This could happen to any of us at any time. So we're going to talk about today, what precautions are you taking? Are there any precautions to take? We can't own weapons. We can't own firearms. What are you going to do when they come for you? You know what I'm saying? What's he talking about? He said, dude, black people are leaving America. Are they? Not a lie. What's up? If you're going to make a statement like that, Michael, back it up with some facts. What's up, 2019? I know everybody's watching those football games, man, but I decided to come on anyway. Jabraz, what's up? But I want to talk a little bit about the video I did yesterday about if she sleeps with you on the first night, is that a red flag? Of course, the pushback I get was everybody starts explaining the cultural this and cultural that. And the bottom line is men don't really care. So that's why I say, is this a red flag we're overlooking? Because we don't care really. And does it come back to bite us later on? Jacob John Jay said, that's what we want. Yeah, it is what we want. Maybe that's why we overlook it as a red flag. Maybe we just think, oh, it's our lucky day or our lucky night, whatever it is. But what does that say? Because some guy got in there and said, oh, different cultures. That's not the culture over here. Going to bed with somebody on the first night. There's a courting ritual over here in the Philippines, if you didn't know it. But they throw that out for you. Normally, a man over here, he courts a woman. I don't know how long it takes for her to answer him, but it's a courting ritual. What's up, Edward? But of course, everybody, is justifying it and everything like that because men don't care. Yeah, he said the weather. Yeah, the weather scares me the most over there. Yeah, if you're in Samoa, I'd be scared. But he sent me a picture from there, and man, the beach was nice where he was. That's the third largest island in the Philippines. What's up, Sam? He said General Trey's in the house with a bolo and a pocket full of salt and cayenne pepper for the eyes. Yeah, OJ Hoodrat style. Yeah, that will stop them. One of them, Sam, it's four of them. He said the peso will be 60 or 61. Where you getting that information from? Yeah, that's one of the things we're going to talk about, because some guy says, God keeps me safe. And some people, look to their faith to keep them safe. Well, he didn't keep Elliot Eastman safe. He said, remember with firearms, one is none and two is one. Stay ready. Alex, a guy who came to St. Carl City, I met him. He says better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Some of us look at it like that. Like, look, I'm going to have a gun anyway. I know it's against the law, but I'm going to have one anyway because I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. That's an option. That's what I get on here too, Jacob. They said rule number one is it let's talk about this for a little while. We can always go back to if she sleeps with you on the first night. But a low profile, being humble and staying invisible is that the way that you're gonna stay safe over here? Is that how you stay safe over here? There's a scandal brewing over here in the Philippines. I've been watching a couple of videos, but I put this down. I wanted to mention it before I got into the subject. But old dog new tricks. He got scammed on his house bill. But he said there's 28 other people. Well, there's another guy who's making videos on YouTube. I think his life in the PI. And he's got a complaint against that guy. The same guy. Now, if you look at life in the PI, if you look at his videos, because he had to take some of them down where he was actually talking about what the man did. He said he was facing a libel suit. But you can see where they had sort of like, I'm going to say, they were about halfway through, about a third of the way through with his house. So I don't know if they just ran off with the money, but it's a foreign guy. It's not a Filipino. And man, this is where I say we need to talk and share information because I could have shipped them rock engineering. They wouldn't have had any problem. But they don't reach out to me. None of those guys, man. If I go to Dumageddon, none of them want to collab with me, the new ones or any of them. But I could have saved them some money. Because, this guy, they said they got like 28 people. He got their money. Hey, Avon McLean says it's colder here in Louisville. I'm about to go to the Light Up Louisville tonight. Yeah, man. I know it's cold. I was watching a video. His name is Jay. He lives in Louisville. He's in the Philippines now. They came here December 1st. And he started the video at his house in Louisville. I believe he lives in J-Town somewhere. I can't remember, Middletown or somewhere. And he was talking about how cold it was and how he couldn't wait to get back over here. Yeah, I'm going to check out some of them highlights later on today. I can't watch a whole football game anymore. Our basketball, I was watching the Louisville Duke on and off. It just doesn't have my attention like it used to. He said, I stayed safe in the Philippines with rule number one. Shut the F up and mind my own business. Plus my top-notch security guard, my woman. Yeah, everybody seems to be speculating and blaming Elliot Eastman's death on him, man. You know, y'all spitting on his grave when you do that. You know, you don't have no facts for real. You don't know what happened there. You can't watch his videos and figure out what happened and all that stuff, man. I believe we don't need to do that. Okay, I mean, it was terrible what happened to him, but we don't know if he was. You gotta realize no one was watching his videos until that happened. No one was watching his videos. No one was watching his live streams or any of that stuff. He was talking out in the universe like I was when I first started my YouTube channel. There was nobody watching his channel because YouTube wouldn't have sent anybody his way when you that new and you got that few viewers and stuff. It's not like people sitting there, oh, look at him bragging. That's after the fact when he's talking about, oh, I spent 15,000 on this. It's not a lot of money over here. But I'm saying nobody saw that until after he disappeared. You never heard of Elliot Eastman until he was kidnapped. YouTube wasn't showing you his videos. It wasn't coming across your screen. So it's not like, oh, he offended somebody with those videos, man. Y'all projecting. Y'all way out there. He said, go to the hardware store, buy stuff to make your own body armor. Wood, nails, screws. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, Saran a lot. He said, go to the store, the hardware store, and buy one of those um, box cutters. But it's kind of hard if they show up with guns. We can't own guns. Should we be able to own a gun over here? You know, under no circumstances can you own a gun. Mr. Passport King said that was a question he asked when he was doing his SRV. He said, no, you can't. He said, I guess it's a pension courting ritual. No, I mean, for locals, Golden Gate, we don't have to court. They throw that out. They throw all that out. But you know, it's a lot of guys over here who have money. Money. I mean, they really have a lot of money. They could live anywhere, but they live in the Philippines. But the majority of the guys that come over here, myself included, we don't have a lot of money. We don't have a lot of money when we come over here. I had about 17,000 in cash and probably about 1,900 in renewal income when I arrived in the Philippines. That's not a lot of money. Okay. And those mainly are the guys that you hear, you know, the experts. They're going to say, oh, rent, don't build a house. Yeah, because you can't build a house. You don't have the money, fool. So you telling everybody else don't build a house. You don't have the money to build. Okay? What's up, Ajima? Hey, Howard Pratt. Thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm talking to a girl that lives in Mindanao, and she told me he was living in a very dangerous area next to the Muslims, are you saying? But honestly, guys, he wasn't in that dangerous of an area. Oh, if you listen to the State Department, Howard, all of Mindanao is a 3 or 4. 3 being reconsider your travel. I mean, reconsider if you're going there because of certain stuff. And then 4 is do not travel. He was there too long for me to buy that argument. I was in a more dangerous area in Zamboanga City. My life was more in jeopardy than his. Why did it take so long for them to get him then? No one can answer that question. Trust me, if he was in Holo Salud, now that's a dangerous area. Or Marawi at the height, he wouldn't have lasted no damn year and a half. He wouldn't have lasted no 5 months. He wouldn't have lasted 5 days, guys. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. I live south of him. Okay, I'm 45 minutes from Swaziland by ferry. That's why in 2013 they had the siege in Zamboanga. They came over, the bad guys came over from Swaziland in boats, and they had that big fight with the Philippine forces. That didn't happen where he was. That happened in Zamboanga City, not far from where I was living. Fortunately, I was in America, but my wife and my son, they were in Manila. That was in 2013. They were doing the visa process, and they got stuck up there. They couldn't come home. That's where I was living. I just think it was something, that we'll never really find out unless the people involved are going to uh, come out and tell. But I'm not going to speculate anymore, man. I said it was over jealousy. I'm not going to say that. Absolutely. He said, so you think it was not where he lived, it's how he lived? No, I'm not saying that. I don't know what happened, is what I'm saying, 8,000 miles. But I'm saying it's not where he was living. It's not where he was living. Because I'm telling you, why did it take so long, guys? It don't take that long for them to get you in a bad area. When the bad guys is coming to look for you over here, they're going to get you. Ask those people in that they kidnapped off the coast of Palawan, which is where they get you. Okay, that's where they get you. They did get a guy. They did kidnap a guy from Ipoh, which wasn't too far from him, but that was 2011. That was an Australian guy, but it wasn't how he was living. I think something. I'm not even going to speculate. I don't know, but like I said, he was young. He was fairly attractive. Who knows? Maybe he ended up with the wrong woman. Okay, maybe they didn't like the fact that he was dating a Muslim woman. I don't know. But I'm telling you now that he was not in some bad area, guys. All of Mindanao is bad. You let people tell you. Hell, Mr. Passport King is probably in a better area than him, believe it or not. He's down in General Santos. But he said, you called it, Cal. I think him starting his own business. That's not what I didn't say that. I never said that. You got me mixed up, darling, man. I never said that. That didn't cause him to, man. That man was broke, guys. Why y'all think, here's what I'm saying, okay? Until further notice, until you let people know you're not rich over here, they may think you have money, but he let them know he was broke. He didn't have no money. Living there? Come on, man. If you have some money, you're not going to be living there. That little business he had, the sorry store, and then they said, okay, he loaned that one man some money. I don't know what happened. He said, Sunshine, I think if you want to stay safe, you need to go back to USA for good. Do not complain. The country is not yours. I'm not complaining, man. What are you talking about? You tell that to that guy. You in New York. Tell it to that CEO of Rich Millionaire that he got shot in his back and killed in broad daylight in New York. Man, get off my channel with that foolishness. I'm not complaining. I love it here, man. And you guys come on here with that foolishness from New York of all places, telling me don't complain. The earth is my home, fool. I'm a human being. Y'all started all that old nationalities and stuff. What's up, Ron? You said I keep a low profile. I didn't say that. Get rid of this guy. Queens He's a troll on here. I get rid of him. A tough guy. See you later, tough guy. Ain't got nothing good to say. He said, yeah, sorry, store will keep anyone poor. Yeah, because, okay, if you're going to have a sorry store here, you better make sure a lot of foot traffic going back and forth. Did you see where he was living? There was nobody around to buy the product. Okay, when we set up Donna Faye's sorry store in where she lived, it went broke. There was not enough people to buy the stuff, and then they'll start giving it on credit and all that, then eating their own food, and next thing you know, you're broke. There's sorry stores that are successful here. I've got one right on the corner here. It's a success, but it's on the main road. It's got foot traffic, motorcycle traffic, car traffic. He said, I think it was that new Muslim wife of his that had something to do with it. You know, maybe it was just the ex. This guy was young. He wasn't old, okay? He wasn't old. What's up, Raj? Baj? And maybe that had something to do with it, but I don't want to speculate because all we know for a fact is that he was kidnapped October 17th. And now they're saying he's, you know, some are saying presumed dead, some are saying confirmed, but you know, he's probably dead. But I'm saying Elliot Eastman is me. If four guys wanted to show up right now at my house, wouldn't be nothing I could do. But fight him off like he did to the best of my ability. Yeah, I got rid of him, man. You know, people are just so stupid. But some people say God and their faith. Yeah, God keeps me safe. You know, they're still looking for that guy in New York. And they said they got his name now. And he's like, I hope he doesn't turn out to be like the Unabomber going around targeting, you know, the Unabomber was targeting like what? IT guys and stuff like that. And scientists and different things like that. He may go around targeting these healthcare CEOs and whatever it is, but he's leaving clues and stuff behind. Hey, Howard, he said, I have a question though, Cal. I saved about 200,000. I have 1,200 a month coming in. You think that's enough to move to Manila? How old are you, Howard? And it should be. I mean, if you're my age, if I'm 61 and I had 200,000 in cash and 1,200 a month, that's going to last me for the rest of my life in the Philippines. There's no way I'm going to spend all of that unless I give it away to a woman, because I've got a guy, he's 63 now, and he had saved up a little bit over 200,000, but he sent it all over here to a woman, Howard, and she mismanaged it. You know, they both mismanaged it, and now he's only got about 1,200 a month coming in. And the woman, by the way, told him that's not enough. You know, no way we'd have to sell that stuff. I'd take a lot. Just give me half of it back. I'm gone though. But it depends on how old you are. If you're 30 years old, 35 or something like that. And then what part of Manila are you talking about living in? What kind of lifestyle you got? Or do you plan on? See, what you need to do right now, Howard, because what you're doing is what most of us do, the mistake we make. We come over here with the money and then figure out, well, what kind of lifestyle can I live? Figure out right now what kind of lifestyle you can live with that 200,000, 1,200 a month before you get here. Don't get over here. Now it's too late. Do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you like nightlife? Do you go out to eat a lot? Do you like to travel? Are you going to be single? Does she have children? It's just so much, but 200,000, man, is a lot of money over here. Plus, you got the 1,200 a month coming in. You probably could add another 1,000 a month with that. So that would give you 200 more months. And then I don't know if your 200,000 is gaining any interest or not. It should be. So what is that? That's 10 years would be 120. That's almost 20 years. It's about 17 more years tagged on. Yeah, but see the problem over here. Yeah, you're 34. I wouldn't try. I wouldn't try. But you got the 1,200 a month coming in. But you're young. Like I said, it's hard to say. That's one question people can't really answer. How much money do you need? That's about the only question. Yeah, you could get a gun, but see, but now, okay, it's the same person that sold you the gun. Now they're gonna turn you in. If you're gonna get a gun, I got right here. Get your girlfriend or wife a firearm. That way, everything's legal. The gun is legal. Now, if somebody breaks through their house, I'm pretty sure they've got self-defense laws over here. Like I said, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I'm gonna go with the self-defense. Yeah, he said, why Manila at Howard Pratt? What's up, Gary T? He said, does the 1,200 a month come from your $200,000 savings? You know, you're talking about 17 more years. Yeah, not enough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was 62. Well, so he should be about 64 now. He was 62 and had 212,000, I want to say. And he could have retired and stayed here the rest of his life and his Social Security. And he would have never. But what we do is we bring our Western thinking over here, which is all we have, by the way. We don't try to change. As you get older, you're stuck in your ways. You don't want to take any suggestions. You don't want to listen to anybody. You know, if I hear one more guy on YouTube or whatever say, I don't want any dating advice from a man who's been divorced. Why wouldn't you? Okay? Isn't it the prison guys? Isn't it the ex-convicts and stuff, scared straight and all that? Aren't they the ones that are always being invited out to talk to the children about staying out of prison and all this and don't come to prison? But when it comes to life, you don't want to hear any suggestions from a person with experience, with life experience. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Hey, Retired 2019 said, Cal, I'm getting back in the gym starting tomorrow. Thanks for the inspiration. Oh, you're welcome, man. I did my routine today. I'm going to the gym. I didn't go to the gym at all last week. I'm going to the gym right after my live stream today. He said, on my way to Elo in early 2025. You can't flaunt money or even talk about money with anyone. When someone starts a conversation about money, you're in the conversation. I'm on my way from your city, Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, it's very seldom will Filipinos ask you that. Okay, they're gonna assume that, okay, if you come over here to live, that you got some kind of money, and that's really not a bad thing. But you're right. Don't flaunt it. That's for sure. That's when I talk about keep a low profile, be humble. You certainly don't want to flaunt it, but he didn't have anything to flaunt. Man wasn't flaunting nothing. He lived in the Spartans area. Did you see the house he lived in? 3/4 plywood. The other was Was it Hollow Block? I can't remember. Filipinos aren't stupid. They know that man ain't got no damn money. Jimmy says, please reach out to Bama. He is the original Philippine vlogger in distress, brother. Who is that? Who is Bama? He said, I would advise to not spend the 200,000, but instead invest it and live off the passive income. Is that the winner? Okay. That's the winner. I did the drawing last night. And while I'm on her, I almost forgot to put this. Y'all know every year, well, starting last year, we did something called the Christmas to Remember. Now, you're not obligated to do this, but we gave 10 families, we spin the wheel and gave 10 families 5,000 pesos each. I want to do that again. Wait. So if you want to get involved, Jacob Tanje, put my email up, and that's basically my PayPal. Oh, it didn't do it. You know what it is. Because I'm gonna give away something anyway. But I know I can get 10 people to match me like we did last year. And you can go back and look. It really makes a difference, man, over here. I saw where Old Dog, and I think they're called the Expats of Documentaries. I think they got a group where they gave, I want to say, 25, what do you call these damn things? Tablets, 25 tablets to the school there, to one school, a big screen TV and a printer or something. See, that's what I'm talking about. If you're living over here like that, man, and you know, it's just, I just feel obligated to do it. We've given away over 2 million off of this channel since I started. I quit counting at 2 million. That's a lot of money, by the way. He said I'm super frugal. Well, see, that's the thing, though. You don't want to be a cheap Charlie over here. Hey, how are you gonna enjoy the Philippines if you're so frugal? You're not gonna be able to go anywhere if you're gonna be afraid to spend your money. This is the worst place to be cheap, Howard. I'm just being honest with you. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't come over here and be cheap. I mean, I don't mean go overboard, but where are you gonna travel? You need money. You certainly, if you're gonna start dating somebody over here, you're gonna have to spend some money. He says, one thing I've learned here in Manila is that if you enjoy the nightlife, you're at a higher risk of getting into something you didn't ask for. That's a fact. If you go out wherever alcohol is served, carry on. Okay, so many stories over here. I tell y'all the story all the time about the gentleman, him and his Filipino wife. They had finalized the adoption of her. It was either a niece and nephew or 2 nephews. He came to pick them up and take them back to America. It wasn't far from here. It might have been in Gahunan. I can't remember. I have to look that up. But he went to a local bar, and 2 drunk guys came up to him and asked him about a beer. He said no. And they started talking about him in their language. Well, he understood the language. And, you know, a confrontation happened, and they ended up shooting him in the head and killing him. I mean, it's just sad, okay? You don't want to die like that over here, man. You know, I never blame the victim. I'm going to tell you how I would have handled that. I'd have bought them the beers and I took my ass home. Here, man. Here, what is it? About 120 pesos. Hey, have a nice night. I'm gone. Hey, Cal, a lot of these guys will give away that 200,000 to that split tail, then shake their head. Damn fools. Well, you're right. I've seen it happen. But at 34, I mean, why would you even come over here if you're not going to live? If you're just going to, you know, it reminds me of John. John was cheap, man. He bought that car because he was tired of, he really didn't like riding the bus. And this is during COVID when he bought that car, John did. So he could travel on his own. But that's the only thing he bought over here. He would not buy any clothes. He would not buy anything. It's like John used to just like to look at his money. Every time I went to his house, he had his laptop open to his investments. And this is what he liked to do ever since, you know, that brought him happiness. But John had over $1 million. So I don't know what this guy's going to do if you're just going to come over here and just look at your money. What's up, King B? He says he's back over here. He said, I only get $1,300 a month, and it's barely enough for me in the province because I'm supporting my lady and a kid. I could do it cheaper, but I hear you. Get out of here, Booby. Booby's got me. But I like the kitty, he says. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He's in the province. If you can live a simple life over here, which eventually we all do, you spend most of your money in the beginning when you're all excited, you're on that honeymoon period. But once everything settles down and you've been here a couple of years or something, you go into that simple mode. You don't go to Baraka every other week and all of that. And that's when you start saving money. Hey, Paul, being Israel, he says, I'm new to your channel. Welcome, man. He said, you have to make a few visits and spend some time to get an idea of what kind of money you would need. Yeah, I would second that. And then figure out before you even come what kind of lifestyle you're going to lead. Don't wait till you get over here. It's too late. What's up, James? He said, Richard Rich abroad is living on $100,000 a month in Manila city center. Well, you know, everybody's not going to want to live like that. But I don't blame him. I mean, if that's all you got, and just being over here is enough, then why not? Because there's a lot of intangibles over here that you can enjoy about the Philippines. But I don't know if I want to live that far over here. I mean, what could you possibly do? I mean, you can enjoy the good weather, of course, the women, but 1,000, man, is he single? He ain't with no woman with 1,000. Less than 1,000. And then you got to understand living expenses is different than actual lifestyle expenses, Frank. My living expenses, huh? Okay. Well, get the microphone and turn it down, hon, okay? Huh? You do he says, how are you treated there as a black man? Just like everybody else, really. I mean, honestly, Paul, I'm treated real well, matter of fact. Even before I had my channel, but certainly now. I'm a celebrity here in St. Carlos City and different places. If I go to Dumaguete, people see the thing that sets me apart is Filipinos know me, not just foreigners, because I help a lot of people, but they're basically gonna take you, judge you basically by your character. Now, if you try to break into the movies or beauty pageants or something like that, you're probably gonna have a problem. But if you're just over here and you're a decent human being, you're gonna have a problem. I tell you what, how, no matter what Filipinos think about me, they don't hate me like I'm hated in my own country for my color, for my skin color. I'm actually hated over that. So they don't hate me. That's a fact. And I've never had a problem over here. On and off for 15 years, 6 years in a row. I've never had so much as somebody steal my wallet or anything. Tell me to go back home or anything like that. He said, being open minded helps. Now, I'm going to say, just like Howard, get a firearm. Is that what you're going to do? Just buy one yourself and have it in the house and just because no one would know you had it except where you bought it from. Okay, you could send your girl through all that training and you use the damn gun. Hey, what's up, Devon? He says, I don't own a gun in Hawaii, and I don't plan on owning one when I retire there. See, I've never owned a gun. But when this Elliot Eastman thing came up, Devon, everybody wants to think that it's the other guy. It's always the other guy until it happens to you. All the high profile cases over here, they were shot. All the foreigners that's been killed over here. The German and his Filipino wife in northern Cebu. The American down by at the casino, the waterfront casino. The Israeli and his Filipino girlfriend or fiance. They were all killed. They didn't have a chance to defend themselves. When the bad guy has the gun. Cool with Calvin, so I feel safe. See you in about a month, brother. Yeah. Being humble, man, it takes you a long way over here. And keeping a low profile, you gotta have enough attention as it is. But I've never owned a gun either. Even in America. If I really thought I needed a gun here, I probably wouldn't be here. But it's just something that's gonna always be in your subconscious mind. What's up, Chaz B? On crew, he said change your route. I've done several, man. I've done over 2,500 videos, Paul. And the best thing to do is to come over here, boots on the ground. One thing about the Philippines, in English, all the signage, and the people that you're going to deal with on a personal basis or business basis, they're going to be able to speak English. Okay. But doing a video neighborhood, I live in one of the cleanest cities in all the Philippines. Crime is almost zero here. I mean, in some parts of San Carlos City, it's like you in America, really. I might go be in the Midwest somewhere. Guys, you can't live in the Philippines on YouTube. At some point, you got to make the move. You got to come over here. You got to shit and get off the pot. Struggling. That's why he said he wanted to go back to America. He didn't have a whole lot of money. People knew. He said, hoping to be out. That's what people got wrong about Dumageddon. It's not a drama place, man. I was just in Dumageddon, getting my passport renewed. I go once every 2 months to Dumageddon since 2010. It's just not like that, man. It's location. See, with Dumageddon, you remember you got Sikihor Island 30 minutes away. Okay, there's not too many cities other than Davao that's got Samal Island that can boast that. Sikihor, white sand, it's really a nice place. You can actually live there. But Dumageddon has everything all those big cities have. People complaining all the time about Dumageddon, and they don't live there. They be there for a day or two or whatever it is, and they know those type of videos get views. I'm telling you, I don't have any skins in the game. Okay, my channel's already successful. I'm gonna be honest with you. Dumageddon would be one of the cities I would tell somebody new to move to. And you got all those colleges there. You got the big malls. You got everything there. Okay, there's my email, guys. If y'all want to get involved with the Christmas to remember, we want to help some people over here, which we do all the time. The lady just came from last night. I did the. I'm just not gonna uh, be around. I'm not gonna live my best life where people around me are struggling. See, that'll get you killed. That'll get you hurt right there. You got to give back a little bit. Hey, Avon McClain said, "What's good, bro? Chatting from you, chatting, uh, chatting you from Louisville, Kentucky." Yeah, I was raised in Louisville. Hey, thanks, Jeffrey. I know I can depend on you, man. I know you living your best life in Samal right now, waiting on that wedding. You couldn't shake your boy awake, could you? He's gonna do it. Yeah, let's get some thumbs up, guys. Yeah, yeah. It was your post that I saw, King B. 25 tabs and 75 inch TV and 2 fans for every classroom. And I tip my hat when people do that kind of stuff. You know, I just think it's the right thing to do, honestly. You don't have to do it. But I mean, especially if you're a vlog over here and your content is the Philippines, and that's the only reason you gain some traction. And you're earning money on YouTube talking about Philippine culture, Philippines, and all that. Okay. And you got that type of uh, influence. I mean, I think it's unthinking of people not to try to help. That's how I started my channel. I started my channel on Facebook, giving 1,000 pesos a week out of my savings. It wasn't a spin wheel at that time. Whenever we saw somebody, we put their name on a little piece of paper and we balled it up and put it in a bowl. And every Friday we mix it up, and I'd go like this and pick out a name. But then I came up with the idea with the spin wheel, and I've been doing it ever since. Yeah, Laura, it's not common like that. But the guy said, if you like the nightlife here, Paul, it increases your risk of getting in trouble, and he's right. Because no matter where you go, wherever alcohol is served, people get drunk, man. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Okay, people are gonna say things that they only thought as a sober man. It ain't too many expats there. It's not too many expats there. Okay, I'm just telling you. I mean, you can go to any place Okay, any of these expats used to go around expats at the mall, but let me tell you that you're gonna need expats over here. Okay, you're not gonna live by yourself over here. If you think you're lonely at home, wait till you get over here. You can avoid those guys. I just did a video. Whenever if you decide, hey, I'm gonna go to Dumagay, I'm gonna go to Robinson Mall, and on the second floor, expats meet over there sometimes. And you go there and you see one guy always wants to talk about politics and arguing and stuff, then you know not to come back again. I come back when he's gone, but it's not too many expats. Man, there's more expats in these bigger cities than in Dumaguete. Dumaguete's got a bad rap, man. Unless you've been there. I mean, where are they getting all this stuff from? Where are they getting it? Where does Dumaguete get that reputation from? Well, a smidgen of expats there? They have YouTube channels and stuff? He says, I'm turning 50 soon with 400,000 savings and 0.65 Bitcoin, 1,200 Social Security check that I can collect at 62. What is your opinion of me retiring early at 50 and come to the Philippines? I'm not getting any younger. Man, I say, if that's what you're going to do, go ahead and do it. You got 400,000 savings at 50. Hell, that's a lot. But remember, it's a lot that you have to, the final decision is going to come to you. If you just ask me right now, hey, can I make it with four? I certainly don't. I came here at 55. I had $17,000 in 1900. Okay, would I suggest anybody do it? No, but I said I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way. And I'm still here. I'm going to collect my Social Security in about 5 months, believe it or not. On doing it, then come on, because people got less money than that. 400,000? What in the world are you going to spend that on over here in the Philippines? You a condominium in IT Park, man, and just live like a king, basically, for the rest of your life. I know that the 400,000 is going to take you further here than it will in the West. It certainly will last you till you get that Social Security. But I've seen guys give that kind of money away. There's a guy that gave away 400,000 US to a Filipino. Well, I don't know why you would be worried. Not over here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. It's just not enough for the 34-year-old, 200,000. It's not going to last you because we really don't know ourselves. And then why would you come over here and be frugal? You'd be miserable in the Philippines being frugal. What are you going to eat? Yeah, it's too much going on. What's up, Philippine Paradise? Well, everybody says I don't party. You don't have to party. That woman is what's going to run you crazy and take all your money. He says, I've already decided I need at least 400,000 per month. Man, that's a lot. What's up, Q Dub? You still on your honeymoon? Yeah, it's a good question from a new guy. But hell, I've been over here for 4 years. I mean, if there was a problem, if I had a problem over here as a black man, I wouldn't be here. I'm not going to tolerate anybody mistreating me or anything like that. But remember, I'm not trying to break into the movies and all that entertainment, and beauty pageants and all that, where modeling and all that, where skin color may come in handy over here. But hell, I just think it's a tard. I should be asking, somebody should be asking me that question if they come into America. I don't believe a black man's treated anywhere around the world worse than he is in the Western culture. If you leave that Western culture, you're going to see a dramatic difference. Although white supremacy is taught all around the world. I mean, you see it all over the world, but you're not going to have a problem over here. There's Filipinos who are darker than me over here. Yeah, he said 2,000 a month. It's plenty for me. If I rented a different, cheaper place, then 1,700 a month would be fine. I don't live in a shack. Well, I lost my train of thought, but I was saying my living expenses has never even approached 1,000. But living expenses is different. You know, what about my lifestyle? I mean, I could live over here. I could exist over here for less than 1,000. When you're talking about rent, utilities, immigration, and food, okay, that's your living expenses here. You could easily do that for less than 1,000. Now, what are you going to do? Just sit at home all day? I mean, what are you going to do? Now, I didn't say a woman. I didn't even put the woman in there. A woman's not going to want to be with you and you cheat Charlie. She could be with a local if that's the case. I'm here. Yeah, America is a different place, man. You know, you see, okay, the insurance executive got killed, man, and they're happy about that, man. They're laughing and glad that the man got killed. I'm like, y'all sick, man. You know, it's going to encourage other people to do some old crazy villa vigilante stuff like that. Man ain't hurt nobody. He's not the one making the damn decisions. We should be on our damn congressmen and elected officials who are in bed with those guys. Okay, we should have a better level of health care anyway over there for us high taxes that we're paying. He shot the wrong man. You're going after the wrong man. They're just going to replace him, dude. You can't kill them all. But, you know, they're over there and they're happy about that. People are happy. He said that's 7,000 plus. Yeah, but see, he probably the type of guys who bring stuff up like that. He'll never make it over here. Those guys don't come over here. That's an excuse. Okay? He said it's 7,000 plus US a month. You don't need it, but that's literally living like a king here. $3,808, you're considered rich here. I mean, but to say that means to say I never have any intentions of coming to the Philippines. Because you could live pretty damn good on 7,000 anywhere. Certainly the Philippines. Hey, thank you. And I'm just saying in San Carlos City, you know, he was talking about, you know, how am I treated as a black man over here. But long before I had my channel, I never had any problems over here. As a matter of fact, you got to understand they love the black culture over here. Listen to the music, the dancing and all the basketball and all that stuff. Man, you're not going to have a problem over here. They really have more to worry about than the color of my skin. But I've never seen, well, see, you're talking something different though, Frank. Now you're talking about living expenses, okay? Because you're saying he's got money now. Yeah, I can live off of 1,000, but okay, Of course, that's his monthly expenses. That's his living expenses. Didn't I just say that, Frank? Are you not listening? But when he wants to go to Boracay or somewhere like that, go out to eat, it's going to go up. It's going to cost more. What is he jacking off over here? He's got a woman. He's taking up places. The women ain't going to just fool with you for nothing. I'm sorry. It's not. But yeah, as a black man, that's never. I don't make videos like that. I made a video one time because I got so tired of that question being asked, do Filipinos like black men? So I made a video, do black men like Filipinos? Because Filipinos. Because we got passports, we can go anywhere we want. The black men over here, we choose to be here. We can go anywhere we want to. They can't. You should be asking me. Okay? I just got tired of hearing that question. It doesn't make sense to me. Black men got the royal flush too. You talking about they're stuck here. They can't go anywhere. The women we date. And if you don't like me, my feelings aren't going to be hurt. All it takes is for one woman to like me. I don't need them all to like me. Can we agree on that? Hell, I don't like everybody. So I can't expect everybody to like me. You don't like everybody. Do you love yourself? That's what the question should be. Because if you love yourself, you're not going to worry about that. Do you got confidence in yourself, in your ability? You won't have to worry about that. I just think it's a tired, worn out question. In 2024, we shouldn't be asking that question. You should be asking, do Filipinos like bums or something like that, or broke men or something? Not black men. Because the black men I meet over here, man, we're a different breed. I'm just telling you, man. I'm not bragging. I'm telling you that the black men that I associate with over here, they literally have it going on, man. I've yet to meet a black man over here that was struggling. I'm talking about actually meet them. I'm talking about the people who come around me. There's several millionaires over here who are black men. That's not a question to ask, guys. You should be asking us, do you like Filipinos? Okay. Turn that around. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Saran alive? He said, good morning, evening. It looks like you used one of my pics. Yeah, that's what I told the guy. When you sent me that pic about those guns, because he said the police are gonna come knocking on my door, asking me where I got that thumbnail from. And I said a friend just sent it to me and I used it. Ex-Army. He said, during COVID, I was suggested Cal's channel. I listened and got to watching more videos from other people here. I got my passport after meeting my lady in a Facebook group. I spent 10 weeks here last year. Yeah, I just don't think that vloggers get the respect that they deserve. We're not experts, man, by a long shot. But you can't discount us like we don't know nothing. Hey, Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. He said, what percentage of the problems come from past dealings with other Filipinos, ones that have a vendetta against us? I don't understand what you're talking about. Who's got a vendetta against us? When you come over here, Southern Purchase, this is just my experience. People aren't even gonna bother you. I don't understand what you're talking about a vendetta. Hidden, and you'll never know unless you do something to somebody or put yourself in a position where it comes out. But otherwise, man, people aren't gonna bother you here. They'll stare at you and different things like that. More than likely, they're gonna be hospitable. But a vendetta, I don't understand what you're talking about. Are you talking about the bad guys down south? If that's what you're talking about, then it's a small percentage. Okay, pre-pandemic, about 8 million visitors came to the Philippines every year. 8 million, that's the tops. So if you get a few, incidents like that, man, in the whole grand scheme of things, it's not even on the radar. I mean, I'm nothing special, man. I was over here for 11 years before I ever had a YouTube channel, and then another year before anybody even knew I was on YouTube. And nobody ever bothered me. I lost my phone here before our Sunshine showed up, just a tourist over here, over in Toledo in a van, and I got it back the same day, an iPhone, by the way, 2019. One of the first times me and Merlin had met. We caught the van back from Cebu. And the phone came out of my pocket. But I don't understand it. What you're talking about? He said at 62, do you really have a chick who likes you? I think she's gonna like what I am, okay? And then who matters? Why does it matter, Al? Do you like yourself? Okay? Why do we put the onus on her? Answer that question. Why should it matter? If you come over here and you're satisfied, you're getting what you want out of the equation. What difference does it make? We're expecting a lot out of these women. Some of them don't like themselves. That's why they get on the dating site. Okay? But I'm going to sit around waiting for a woman. Let me say this again. When I'm getting a blowjob, it feels the same whether she loves me or not, whether she likes me or not, Al. Okay? And that goes to anybody out there. It doesn't feel any different. Okay? So throw that stuff out. Are you over here, Al? And he's what difference does it make? I think eventually romance can depend on what type of 62-year-old man you are. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I mean, if you're a broken down 62-year-old, you probably gonna have a harder time finding somebody. But if you athletic, okay, and you got game, and you got a little bit of money and everything, the same thing you're gonna need to attract any woman around the world, you certainly can. But the initial attraction is you're a foreigner and you've got some money and you can take me out of this abject poverty I'm living in. Okay. So why do you come over here? You don't love yourself. Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. He said, like the guy you mentioned who wanted his lady to leave the house, but she wouldn't leave. Okay, you suggested to go to the authorities. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's a very small percentage, And remember, she felt scorned. We're only getting one side of that story. Let's go tell him what he did. Certainly, you just take him for his word. But if you with a woman for 2 years like he was, see, we're playing games over here. These women aren't playing games over here. She gave him 2 years of her life, and then all of a sudden he's saying, hey, I'm getting ready to go another way, for whatever reason. She's going to feel some kind of way about it. Okay, so, make sure you're with the person you really want to be with. And you got some kind of exit plan. Otherwise, they're going to have a vendetta. The woman going to bend over backwards for you. Probably going to quit her job. You didn't have her quit her job and everything like that. She's used to living this lifestyle for 2 years. You've made promises. And that's what I told him. What promises did you make to that woman for her to stick around you for 2 years? Because we're making promises over here. See, me and lie, man, we lie about so much stuff. If you be honest over here, you're gonna come out better. But we can't be honest to save our soul. You promising these women something, they're not just laying down with you like that and doing everything that they do for us if you're not making some kind of promises. So you guys, you got to come all the way with the truth, man. But more than likely, if you come over here and you show the woman some respect, Southern Purchase, and you be open and honest with her from the beginning, say, hey, let's take this one step at a time. Hell, after 2 years, what are you supposed to tell the woman? Okay, I don't want you anymore. Yeah, but Jacob, Chandra, these guys are so caught up in somebody else loving them. Love your damn self, Al. That's why a lot of men are over here. They don't love themselves. They got low self-esteem. And then they want to come over here thinking the woman's got some kind of special powers. It's going to heal them and put them back together. Put all them broken pieces back together. Hell, she's broken her damn self. You come over here and live your best life that you could possibly live. And if you got a woman that's going to be with you by your side and all that, that's good enough, man. But we demand that they love us and everything like that. It feels the same whether she loves you or not. I'm telling you now. 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, said that pension is sexy. Yeah. No, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know, though. I love LaChon, is what is the point I'm trying to make. Because you never know. You're going to tell the woman whatever she wants to hear, and she's going to tell you whatever you want to hear. She'll tell you she loves you when she don't. Well, but how would you ever know, though, world Philippines? This is what I'm saying. And if you're going to base your happiness on whether or not the woman loves you or not, then you're never going to be happy because you're never going to know. I'm going to say this one more time. And I say it now, I say it many times as not. Okay, you're never going to know because a woman over here will treat you the same way as a woman that you feel who loves you. You think, okay, you say, okay, how do you know if a woman loves you? Well, she's going to do X, Y, Z. Well, a woman that don't love you over here is going to do X, Y, and Z. She's going to treat you the same way as a woman who loves you would treat you. World Philippines. So why should that bother you if you're going to get the same exact treatment? I don't get it from you guys, man. You're asking too much. Especially us, man. We're over the hill in our own country. Okay? Most of the men who come over here, that's why you come over here. Nobody, you don't like your options over there. You can't get what you want over there. You got the memo. We can come to the Philippines. Okay? We're over the hill. We're overweight. Everything. Okay? We really don't have a lot of money. The majority of the guys who come over here, they scrape by. They're not rich. But then all of a sudden, now your expectations are so high over here. We're playing the same game on Filipinos that women are playing on us over in our own country. Lower them damn expectations, man. He said, I thought the concept of love increases the dopamine. Well, it probably does. Love is going to be in your mind, Golden Gate. If you think the woman loves you, then she loves you. Okay? It's the same thing. That's your reality. Some people think that there's a white man in the sky with a beard looking over their lives all the time. It's nothing I can tell. I can't convince them that maybe that's not true. They believe it. That's their reality. The same with this love thing. If you think a woman loves you, then she loves you. I can't convince you that she doesn't. Hey, Corey Moore, thanks for that super chat. He said, fellas, if you're in your fourth quarter, who cares about love in the agreement? Man, I'm going to read this again. Fellas, if you're in your fourth quarter, who cares about love in the agreement? And why? What's your definition of love anyway, guys, out there? It's certainly going to be different than her definition. Everybody's got a different definition of love. That's all I'm saying. Love is just so, man, it's just too broad of a term. I love Curly, but he's going to keep his ass outside. He's not sleeping in my bed, okay? And he's not eating at the table. Thank you, man. He said, everyone thinks they have the only true love on the island. Love exists in the mind until it does not. That's true. That's why I just said. It's all in here, man. If you think that a woman loves you, don't you never really know. You say love is action. Well, they're going to treat you like they love you until you find out, well, she really didn't love me. He said, Cal, most men are caught off guard by the good treatment. Yeah, and they know that. They know that they know us better than we know them because they talk among themselves. They listen. We don't listen. When people like me try to put y'all down on game, you say, "Oh, you can't tell me about a relationship. You got two divorces." Well, I should be the one that can tell you. If I've been dealing with Filipino women for 15 years, longer than the Filipino vloggers that you listen to, maybe you could get some help. Maybe I could stop you from stepping off the damn cliff. But they know us. They talk amongst themselves. They listen. Okay. If you've never heard it, then you haven't been to the Philippines. Where they think that we can't get a woman. They know in their mind that we can't get a woman in our own country. That's why we're here. Every Filipino that's on that dating site knows that. That's what she's thinking. And if they get mad enough at you, they'll tell you, you can't get a woman over there. That's why you're here. He said, Sunshine, these guys they don't understand the women because they see the women as the prize. And this is a problem. The women see themselves as the prize. You have to see yourself as the prize. You can't see them as the prize. They don't see you as the prize, man. They see themselves as the prize. Does that make sense? Since they see themselves as the prize, they're saying, here's what the woman is saying. You're spending all that money to buy the plane ticket, then you're getting on the plane, you're coming all the way over here, you're paying for everything. I must be the prize. No, you're the prize because you can do all of that. But they're going to look at it, okay, it's fine with them if they think they're the prize. I don't knock them for that. But you got to think you're the prize. Otherwise, you're going to lose, okay? And that's why she beats us. We got a royal flush when we come over here. We got the highest hand in the deck. We can't lose, but we end up losing. She's got a pair of deuces and a jack high, if that, and beats our royal flush because we lay our hand down when we get over here. Hell, she takes off her clothes or whatever it is, and you lay your hand down. Matter of fact, before the game even starts, you lose. Laura says, "Hi, Calvin. Hi, people. We may have different views on love. I think we all do. I guarantee you, Laura, that your definition of love is different from mine because, first of all, love is a broad term. I love my mother, but I don't love her the same way as I love my wife or my children. I love chocolate. I love to sit out on the beach and listen to the waves crash in the ocean. Love is such a broad term. Can I trust you? Trust is stronger than love. It has to be. You can't love somebody without trusting them, Laura. But we don't talk about trust. We only talk about love. Can I trust a woman? That's what I want to know. Can I can I go to sleep at night and really sleep? Or do I have to have one eye open, one hand on my wallet, and all that kind of stuff? It is nonsense. And this is why we get so fooled so easy. Okay, she knows you're looking for love, then she's gonna tell you she loves you. Then you got guys on her, oh, she told me she loved me the second day we start chatting. Now they're complaining about it. Knowing good and well that that's what you want to hear. He said, not come and go in a heated rush. Yeah. He said, men need to understand that we are the prize in the Philippines, not the other way around. But the woman, like I said, the woman thinks she's the prize, and that's okay. It's none of my business what she thinks. Okay. I have to make sure I believe I'm the prize for real. I'm not going to win over here. Maybe that's the reason why they're able to beat us with the pair of deuces and jack high. And we got the damn royal flush. The fact that you can go to any country on the planet, but you come over here to see her, but she convinced herself she's the prize. Okay. You have to know the fact that I can do that, lady, that I got the money to buy that plane ticket, that I can take that 20-hour plane ride. And when I get over here, I can bring you along with me. We can go to Morocco. We can live our best lives over here. That stands for something. It has to count for something. Okay. And I can give you a visa that's one of the most sought after visas on the planet. I can give that to you. Now, what can you give me that 10,000 other women over here can't give me? See, so at some point, you're going to have that discussion with that woman. Okay. Once the nitty gritty and the rubber hits the road, now what can you give me, lady? There are really 50,000 other women over here, 100,000 women over here can't give me. But what they can say is trust. They say you can trust me. But they're going to think they're the prize. He said, I love that tight brown skin with that black flowing hair compared to the overweight, hungry Shirley, Big Shirley. He said, one thing I've noticed is the Western mentality that these women are developing. It's because of exposure to social media and their experiences with Westerners using them, and then we complain about it. Well, social media certainly has something to do with it. And you're right on both those points. And certainly, but you are going to westernize them more than anything, carry on. You don't have to take them to your country for them to be westernized. You're going to give them a Western lifestyle over here. That's why I say if you really want a true native Filipino woman, you don't want one that's already been with a foreigner because she's not a Filipina anymore. She's not a true Filipina. She's been westernized. But guys don't get it. They just looking at what she looks like. Man, you couldn't pull. I don't care. You can have the most beautiful Filipino over here, the sexiest. If she's been with a Westerner already, I don't want her. Okay, because she's been westernized. So it's good that you get with the right one. Some men don't care. They're marrying women over here that's been with one, two, three, four. And you're crazy. I could do that at home. I don't want that. They don't care. You're damn right. They already know it anyway, man. You know, the cat's out of the bag. They know why you over here. They think they know. Oh, you look at you, you old. Nobody wants you over there. You better be glad I want you. So that's why they think they're the prize. And I tip my hat to them. They should think they're the prize. But it's none of our business what they think. It's what you think. Okay? I wouldn't want to be with a woman who didn't think she was the prize. Yeah, yeah. You got to see yourself as the prize, man. I can't convince you. I can say all that I said, but I can't convince you. You have to know it within yourself. All you got to do is put the facts out there. And then she's going to say, well, I'm the prize because you can't get a woman like me in your own country. She's not lying. She should think she's the prize. But that has nothing to do with you because it's going to become apparent to her the longer y'all together who the prize is. Okay? Because once you set stuff up, take my situation. I'm just going to take my situation. If I left my situation right now, it would crumble. It would crumble. It would completely crumble. Does that mean that Maryland's not a prize? No, it doesn't mean that. But I'm saying it will become apparent that I'm more than just some old man over here, some old lonely man over here. Show me some respect. Okay, put some respect on my name. Okay, this is what I'm saying. It's going to become apparent real quick. Okay, the longer you're around her, your value. But if you're just going to lay down like a lot of men do when they get over here, they lay down. They let these women run all over top of them. I don't have no sympathy for you. Hey, what's up, Harry Shoulders? He said, Johnny drawing a picture for a teacher. No, no, no. Johnny was caught drawing at his desk by the teacher. The teacher comes up to little Johnny and says, look, Johnny, what are you drawing? He says, I'm drawing a picture of God. She said, nobody knows what God looks like. Little Johnny said, they will in a minute. Okay? That's right. I mean, believe it or not, man, people can, it's none of my business what people think. I got to control my own thoughts. That's one thing Napoleon Hill said. Okay, now, he wrote his book in 1938. Okay, and he said, God, this is his word, gave us control over the one thing. That's our thoughts. Okay, so if you don't control your thoughts, you're not going to control anything. So I don't care what she's thinking. I have to be able to control my thoughts. It's going to become apparent my value in this relationship if I stick around long enough and I'm a decent human being. She's going to look at me as more than just some old, lonely man. And if she doesn't, then guess what? I'm going to leave and find somebody else that will appreciate that. But if you just look at it, it's not a fair exchange as far as I'm concerned. Because she can't give me a visa, okay? The type of visa that I could give her, life changing. I mean, it would literally, you would literally break the cycle of poverty in her family. And it's been done over and over and over. So put some respect on that. I'm not just some lonely old man coming over here who want to give you all my money away. I'm a decent human being. I want some companionship. I want somebody I can trust. I want to be able to lay down in my bed at night. I don't have to worry about you out here fooling around and going through my bank account and all that stuff, okay? Yeah, we lay it down. We've got a royal flush when you come over here. I said that. If you hear anybody else on YouTube saying that's because they heard me say it. We bring the royal flush over here. We leading with that visa. That's more than any money you got. There's nothing that she can bring to the table is going to beat that. I'm sorry. Trust means more to me than love. Love is subjective, man. It's too broad of a term. People can say what they want to say. But I know if I can trust you or not. You know, the woman I lay with every night, I can trust her. I wouldn't be here. Okay? I gotta be able to trust her. What happens if I'm unconscious over here? I need somebody I can trust. Marilyn's got my PIN number, but she don't have my card, but she's got my PIN number. Okay? He said, love is a battlefield. I like that song. He said, why do fools fall in love? Yeah. And a lot of times it's not even love, Jacob Tanjay. It's euphoria. Look up the word euphoria or infatuation, but mostly euphoria is what you're feeling when you meet that woman. You think it's love. Hey, Carl, thanks for that super chat. He said, don't worry about love as much as a crazy Filipina. Well, it's gonna become apparent that you're the prize because she's gonna be possessive. She's gonna be jealous. She's gonna know what she's got. She's got a good thing. Okay? And I'm just telling you, okay? It's none of my business what she's thinking. I'm just gonna let the facts speak for themselves. There's not men coming over here in droves. Okay? It's just it's the basic principle of supply and demand. There's not enough foreign men, Western foreign men, coming over here to meet that demand. Okay, for those women on those dating sites. If you don't think I'm playing, look it up. Talk to some of them women if they're gonna be honest with you. They've been on those dating sites for years, man. But y'all think because y'all watching these videos and these vlogs, oh, there's just men just coming over. It's gonna change the Philippines, man. No, there's not enough men to meet the demand. I live here. I've been here for 15 years. There's just no way. It's too many people. There's 110 million people over here. Just say, okay, split that in half. It's about 50-50 too. So you say it's 55 million women, then split that in two and say half of them are married. Yeah, then another, just say a quarter of the women are single. What would that be? That's millions and millions of women, but guess what? Foreign visitors, period, in the Philippines in 2019 was 8 million at the peak. How many of them are married already? How many of them are gay? How many of them are just working over here? How many of them are from, most of them are from these Eastern countries. They're not from the West. So now the numbers is really dwindled down. There's a demand, but it's not enough supply of foreign men to meet the demand. So no matter what she's thinking, it's what you think. You better be thinking. Yeah, I understand them. He said, do you understand these dopes that keep sending money to women? It's just something, I think it's our biology. And then most of the ones you see are Americans, man. We're sympathetic. And remember, we suffer from chronic loneliness in America. So if you got a young, attractive woman showing you attention, showing you her body, okay, telling you all the things you want to hear, making promises, you're going to send money too. I don't know of a man that's never sent money. You're going to send money. because she's going to pull the curtain back and show you how she's living over here. And you're going to have sympathy for her. And you're going to say, oh, I got to help her. That's the manly thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Because I'm going over there in a couple of months anyway. And what's, 10,000 pesos? What's that, $170 right now? In your mind, you're going to say that. And you're going to seem like a hero. You're going to seem like your life has some kind of purpose now because you've been thrown in the garbage over there, man. That's what they do to old stuff in America. They throw it away. They get rid of it. Or it sits in the corner somewhere collecting dust. Your ass was over there in the corner collecting dust. Now she brings you out, dust your ass off. You're going to send money. I understand it. We all do. So, yeah, I understand it. And anybody that's dealing with a Filipino and say they're not sending money, they're lying. Remember, we lie about our financial status, our relationship status, our health status. We could be sick as hell and we'll tell you that we're in the best of health. Or we can be broke and we'll tell you we got money. Ain't got a nickel in the bank, but we'll tell you, oh, I got enough to take care of 3 or 4 women in the Philippines. You're married and you're still married when you get over here, but you lie. I'm single. Yeah, the party don't start till we get here. But you don't have to bring that attitude over here. It's going to become apparent. There's nothing she can do to deny that. Okay? Because now all of a sudden, she's sitting up in the Hyatt on the 18th floor overlooking the China Sea. She never did that before. Okay? Flying around everywhere on airplanes and stuff. Air conditioned 24 hours a day. A hot shower. The whole 9 yards. I'm saying don't use that to beat over the head with it. Don't do that. I'm just saying that it's going to become apparent, your value, okay? And if you were a woman who can't see it, doesn't appreciate it, then you move on. Because she's delusional. She's real delusional. Yeah. But I mean, you don't use it to take advantage or abuse anybody. But she'll know, hey. And then once she gets a good one, she's gonna know. Because she's gonna be possessive. She's gonna be very jealous and she's not gonna want to lose you. Because she's gonna know that they don't come. Then foreign men over here are not a damn a dozen. Like a lot of these bloggers want these women to believe. We're not a damn a dozen over here. Certainly not a good one. Excuse me. He said, Cal, how long did it take for you to adjust to the Philippine culture? Was there a major language barrier? Yeah, it takes a while. But remember, I talked about that. There's a U that psychologists use, and it goes over here. When you come over here, you be on the honeymoon period, you're up here. And then I don't know how long you stay on your honeymoon period. They don't say. But at some point, you get disillusioned. Something happens, and you disillusioned. Then you hit that culture shock. That's when you really, all kind of shit starts happening all at the same time. You're like, man, I make the right decision. But the longer you hang in there, then you come out of there and you recover. But yeah, it took me a while, and I'm still adjusting. Mainly with the pace of what's going on over here. It's slow, man. You got to have a lot of patience that we just don't have in America. Everything's slow, it's methodical. And, we don't stand in lines in America. They still got lines over here. So it's a lot of things you adjust into. And the language barrier is that you can't understand their languages. And they don't talk English. They don't speak English. I guess what? The only time they speak English is when they speak into you. Even in my own house. English is not spoken here unless they're speaking to me. They're speaking their own language. You can't blame them. So yeah, there's a big language barrier. And then sometimes, they say I'm slang. They can't understand I mean, I just went, I was in Dumaguete the other day, and I went to the little store and asked for a bar of Dove soap. And don't you know the lady didn't know what I was saying, man? She had to call the manager back there, and I said, Dove soap. And the lady says, oh, Dove soap. Yeah, ma'am, but I can't understand their language either. So, but that's the kind of stuff you're going to run into. But yeah, I'm still adjusting. But the fact that I'm welcome here and they give you time to adjust and to get acclimated here. It's not like in America. If you're in Walmart, you're in line and you start speaking Tagalog or Spanish, some Karen's not gonna turn around and say, oh, you're in America, speak American, English. They're not gonna do that over here. Remember, they're patient. They'll give you as long uh, as it takes for you to get adjusted. That's the good thing. Uh, J. Raz. He said the United States charges 800,000 for an HB1 visa and green card. Well, it's worth a whole lot more than that. It's worth a whole lot more than that. A whole lot more. Okay, he said his wife is going crazy right now, 8 months pregnant, around moving around all my stuff and furniture, and not informing me of anything. Oh yeah, well that's gonna happen. That happens to me at least twice a week, Sarana. If I'm looking for something like that, I know I put it right here. It's here all the time. And then she'll put it in there. And then if I say, well, then she'll say, I told you I put it in there. No, you didn't. Thank you. We do. You don't have to take them to your country to westernize them because you're going to live a Western lifestyle over here. So she's going to live a Western lifestyle. They're going to have money, even if you just have 1,000 or 1,500 a month, that's a lot of money to them. Where every time she wants something, you're going to be able to buy it. She's not used to that. Most of them have the latest phones and different things like that. I'm talking about the women we deal with because there's rich people in the Philippines, a lot of them. Okay, you figure if it's 10%, so that's what 11 million. That would be 11 million. That's rich, but then you got a big middle class. But I'm talking about the women we tend to deal with on the dating site. They don't have a whole lot. They don't travel like the rich Filipinos, the middle class, and stuff like that. But we certainly westernize Filipinos. That's why I would not date a Filipino that's already been with a foreigner. I won't do it, man. Not just for the shallow reasons that he's took her through the ringer and bent her over backwards, forwards, sideways, and everything like that. She's jumped through hoops and all that. She's westernized now. You're not coming in on the ground floor. Hell, you coming in on the third floor. She's expecting you to do all that stuff for her now. She ain't washing no clothes. You take the clothes down to the laundry down the street for 28 pesos per kilo and all that. Okay? She's not going to get a house without aircon. You're going to have to move into one of these nice condominiums or something. And you got to have a nice motorcycle and all that stuff. He said, Calvin, why is everybody asking you in Philippines if you have a wife? Are they looking? Yeah, remember, we have a value over here to certain people. That's why you have to know your value. Yeah, they're always asking that. But they ask too because that's what they think you're over here for. So that's why when guys come over here, they're all in denial, they lying. See, we'll lie about why we're over here. Filipinos know why you're over here. Even the little kids know why you're here. That's why they ask you, are you married to a Filipino? Do you have a wife? And then if you say no, then they'll be like, well, why? Where it happened? That's stupid. He says, I'm way south of Jensen. I still feel safe, better than the USA. Yeah, they're trying to say Elliot Eastman's in a bad area because of what he was saying on his videos. Guys, he was, Elliot Eastman, if you look at any of his videos, one thing that stuck out to me, he was so impressed. He was so amazed at the amount of viewers and subscribers some of the YouTubers in the Philippines had. He wanted that. So guess what? Guess what a popular subject is? Oh, I live in a bad era. I live in the red zone. But nobody was listening to him. Y'all got to understand, all this is hindsight. All of this is after he was kidnapped. Nobody was listening to him. Nobody was watching his video. They didn't know that he was saying all of that. Now they're saying, oh, look at this. They're acting like I said it. It'll be a difference if I said it. If I said, with all the people that watch my, channel, my videos, right? If I start talking about, man, people warning me, they said, uh, somebody's going to come and kidnap me. And then it happened, it would be a big difference. I'm already in the algorithm. This guy was talking to nobody. There was nobody listening to him. He had no audience at all when he was saying that stuff. He was hoping to catch on. And remember, be careful what you put out there in that universe. Okay? He said he wanted to have a big popular channel with a lot of viewers and subscribers. Well, he's got it. He's just not around to enjoy it. But he put that out there. But nobody was listening to him, man. All these people are going back, dissecting his videos and looking like he was getting 1 million views and all that. And the whole world was watching him talk about this stuff. He was basically talking to himself. Yeah, he said, Glenn? He was basically talking to himself. Certainly, the bad guys wasn't watching his channel. Only 34% of Filipino adults in the province have access to the internet. Those bad guys, wasn't watching his channel. Oh, he's flaunting and all that. The little money he was spending, man, I really feel sorry for him, man. Let's go tell him what happened to him and why that happened. That's why I won't speculate. Yeah, that's what I mean. She really knows it in her mind, okay? It doesn't mean for you to come here and be like, oh, look at me, I'm the prize, I've got the royal flush, and the party don't start till I get here. It's apparent, okay? Because all you have to do when things get hot and they look like they're, you know, taking you for granted, you say, well, what were you doing before I got here? Okay. What were you doing before I got here? He said people are desperate when to let a woman walk over them. The power of the P, man. That's all I'm saying. They were desperate before they got here. So that's what I would say. You know, take care of that before you get over here. If you come to the Philippines, man, we talk about this all the time, guys. A desperate man has no chance over here. A lonely man has no chance over here. Man, you have no idea what's waiting for you over here if you're lonely and desperate. That's why the hell most of my friends have disappeared. They were lonely and desperate over there. They came here. Once they found somebody, you don't see them. Crickets. No, 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 they're jealous because they know what they've got. Okay. See, what happens is you guys don't really, because you're not living here. You've never lived here before. You've never had an experience with a woman that you met on the dating site. You don't realize the struggle for some people here. You just don't understand it. You can't wrap your mind around it. So now all of a sudden a man shows up who's basically rich. You know, if you're getting 3,000, 3,500 a month, you know, I mean, you're rich over here. Certainly in her eyes, man. And you think she's going to let that go? You know, even I mean, if you were here for 2 weeks, she's going to have a struggle going back uh to the province and the squatters area, man. You've shown her this life that she's never seen. You opened up that door. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland. They walk through that door. They've only been watching it from afar. I was talking to Marilyn. She said growing up, they didn't even have a black and white TV. She said that they would be at the neighbors looking through the window. Then the neighbor would shut the curtains, wouldn't let them look in there, right? And she said sometimes she would see people living the good life and be like, oh, I wish I had it like that. Okay. And now they got it. Now all of a sudden, here you are in the flesh. She's living a life she only used to dream about, and some never even dreamed that high like that. I mean, Baraka is only a thought to them. I mean, to us, we take it for granted. To them, it's like they never even imagined going to Baraka. And then you got the damn big screen TV on the wall, and you know, with all these channels, aircon so cold they tell you to cut the damn aircon off. Oh, the shower's too hot, they'll say. He says some of the women that are on dating sites been there for a long time playing that game. Yeah, you got a certain percentage of them women on there that I like that, but you could easily see through those if you just listen to the vloggers, or somebody that's already been through that. If they're on the dating site, Leonard, when you log in, if they're already on there, you see the green light on there, she's online, you don't fool with them women. Those are the ones who are on there. Because Filipinos, they don't have that kind of money to sit on the uh, dating sites. That's going to burn their load up. And that's not how they want to contact you anyway and really talk to you. And then they're sending you messages. The minute you open it up, you got all these messages. None of them women are real. None of them are serious. You got to dig in there a little bit. It's just the way they are. They're shy. They're bashful. So you just send them off something because that's where the good women are for us that we meet. They're on that dating site. And if you meet her in the street, it don't mean anything. She's probably got a profile on one of those dating sites anyway. They're just not that comfortable to meet us. But there's good women who've been on there for decades. I mean, literally 10 years. You see Roger and Isme. You think Isme's not an attractive woman? No one ever chose her. That's another thing. We chase the same women. Instead of just getting a regular looking woman, a yummy six, okay, and that's all you need over here. Your problems are gonna be lower, the excitement's gonna be higher. But you get you one of them who thinks she's good looking, who thinks she's beautiful. Everybody tells her she's beautiful, man, you're gonna have problems. You get you a yummy six, and then the ball game's over. Yeah. But that's easy said than done, Dennis. That's easier said than done. Imagine some guy who hasn't had a girlfriend, who uh, hasn't had any type of female intimacy, And he starts chatting with this young woman. She starts playing peekaboo online because she's serious about meeting you. That don't mean anything. That means she really wants you to come over here. That's just one way that they show that they're serious. Okay, and then you get off that plane, and there she is in the flesh. And this is your biggest sex organ, not that. This controls that. Dennis, always remember that. This is the biggest sex organ we got. He said, I sent money for a house I was going to rent and wound up not liking it when I got here. Well, we all send money, guys. There's no sense in playing that game because since we're talking about how you're going to stay safe in the Philippines, your your biggest problem is going to be laying next to you every day. Okay, that's really your biggest threat right there, and that's not even on my list of stuff that I said. That's your biggest threat right there. So you better choose correctly. He said, too many of you foreigners get played when the panties are pulled down. Too many of you foreigners. So what are you? Are you from the Philippines or what? What are you saying? Yeah, just y'all see my videos. If I say my own boom talk, they shocked. Okay. The words that I really know Maryland taught me. Most of the other words, like, I'd be like, take me to Imloya Atbang Gasano. It means across the street from Gasano or something. Maryland taught me all that. A lot of the women, they don't want to teach you it for real because they think, okay, you're going to talk to other women. No, they're not going to speak English. Why would they? That's the advantage, man. We're at a grave disadvantage when you're over here. That's another reason to, be humble. You can't understand the language. You don't know if they're plotting against you or not. Yeah, yeah, because they know what they've got, man. Don't sell yourself short. I'm telling you, don't sell yourself short. Don't come over here mistreating somebody and taking advantage because you got a little bit more money and all that. No, just be a decent human being and all that. The cream's going to rise to the top. You'll see real quick the treatment will change. Okay, and they do start treating you like a king. He said, you're so right about the competition for Western men here. The housekeepers at the condo were ignoring my girlfriend who was with me and was directly flirting, plus offering WhatsApp numbers. I was shocked because they know they've seen it so many times, Mopar, the life changing that goes on over here. That little Maria can't rub two pesos together, and all of a sudden she's got a new Nmax and everything, a new iPhone, the house and lot. She's gone over there in America, Europe somewhere, in Canada somewhere. She put all that on Facebook. They've already seen all that. See, they know our value. We don't, but they do. So it doesn't matter if she thinks she's a prize. She can think whatever she wants to think. It's none of my business. What's up, Cornelius Mackey? Says Cebu's the only place where I saw Filipinos consistently speaking English to each other. I've never seen it, honestly. Because they had a heck of a Christmas party at the gym the other night. Merlin wanted me to go. I said, no, I'm not going because I'm going to be out. You know, I'll be all to myself. Everybody's having a good time. First of all, I don't drink. Second of all, I don't speak Messiah. They're not going to switch that over. and you feel all out of place. You be in a room full of people, you'd be lonely as hell. What's up, Danny? Road to the Philippines. Thanks for that super chat. He said, hey, Cal, just checking in for a minute, watching you from work. 16 hours a day. Wow. He said, I'm shooting for sometime in 2025 to make the giant leap to living permanently in the Philippines, praying every day for this. Yeah. And man, just you've already made some giant steps, man, toward making that a reality. Hell, what you basically built two houses. You said there's a guest house. Hell, that the guest house is bigger than your regular house, right? How big is that guest house you built? Now they talking about Elliot. He's gonna live in a bad area. He lives in a bad area, basically. His wife told him don't walk up the street without her. But if you listen to the State Department, all of Mindanao is bad. If you listen to them, and they certainly know more than we do, they'll say if you're going to Mindanao, reconsider your travel there. And we don't reconsider nothing. The only problem I had with the area he was living in was how he was living. There's no way I'm going to live like that here, even though I wasn't living much better during the COVID. I didn't have no choice, but it was better than what he was living. I was living in the squatters area, and the house looked better than that. It had a shower and a toilet, and and all that. I ate hot meals and everything. It was, I mean, this guy was really living primitive, man. Did you see how he was cooking his food on that little piece of fire? No, I wasn't living like that. I'm sorry. But yeah, Danny's been over here. He's been to my house. We went to he stayed at the, what's it called? Danny, what's the name of that place that Doug owns? Damn it. I lost my man. I can't think of that. But anyway, Danny came here though, him and his wife. He said, yeah, you gotta stay humble. Don't flaunt your money in these people's faces. It might be the last time you do that. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest anybody do that. I mean, everybody knows you got a little bit more than the masses. You're with a woman half your age. You're living your best life over here. Just be humble with it. But that was one of the first things that I learned in that chat room. When the guy says, "Hey, you be over there with them young women, man. Don't try to make them men look bad." You know, and this was in 2009. That's one of the things I remember him saying. All that old PDA and I like you really doing something and you showing up the men over here because you get guys on here and they always talking about Filipino men over here. They lazy and this and lazy that. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. You met a few Filipino men and you trying to throw them all under the bus. It's not true. It was Filipino men that built my house and built all the houses around here. They living damn good. I'm saying, but this is what we'll do, man. You barking up the wrong tree there. Yeah, but when he was talking about it, no one was listening to him. He might as well have been talking to himself. They're looking at these videos now, dissecting them, going back. Oh, look at this vlogger. Some guy, he's a popular vlogger. He's got like 400 and some thousand. And he makes a video. Look at this vlogger. He's talking about getting kidnapped. Then he gets kidnapped. Okay. And it had nothing to do with him being, kidnapped and being in the era he was. There was something else going on there. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't because he was in some bad area, because he was some foreigner. Something else is behind that. We may never find out about it. But this man was absolutely talking to nobody. Now some of his blogs, they got 20,000. People are looking. I mean, there's no telling how much money he's probably earned on YouTube now. Who's going to get that money and all that? Because I'm sure he's monetized by now. He's got 4,000 something subscribers. A lot of his videos are just getting viewed daily. But that time, He wasn't talking to anybody. When he's making those videos, I'm getting ready to go across the street. I better hide. Nobody was listening to him because it could be the kidnappers, right? He's saying this to get views and stuff. He said, my wife is a PNP Special Action Force. She has a few farms I could use if needed. Yeah, that's, well, you're a good one. Yeah, small fries. That means she could use it on your ass too. That's the only reason I really don't want a gun around. Once you pull that trigger, man. Yeah, small fries, beach resort. And he's got good food. He's got Western food. I went to Doug's funeral. Not funeral, his wedding. The hell, that's the same thing as funeral. But yeah, we ate that. He got some pretty good. I haven't tried his steak yet, but the hamburger's good. The nachos are real nachos. Yeah, I mean, he was young, and they knew he didn't have a whole lot, man. He didn't have a whole lot. He said, we really need a physical community where we are at least around each other. For those who want to be around other expats, no need for you to answer this. Yeah, and in a lot of places they do. Remember, I just said um, in Dumagetti, they got a nice expat community there. And certainly in Cebu, in different places, Angeles City, you're always going to have groups of expats that's going to come around each other because they're going to know how important that is. It's foolishness, man, to come over here and say, I don't want to be around other expats, man. You're crazy. Before long, you're going to end up looking for a meet and greet or something like that. There's no way you're going to stand over here and listen to Tagalog and Ilonggo, and unless you start learning the language, it's just going to sound like a bowl of spaghetti in your head. I can kind of understand some of it better because of the body language and the way they say certain words. You can tell if they're mad or are they happy or whatever it is. But you're gonna get tired of that. Well, he was. That house was pathetic. He said, getting back to the topic, so how exactly is it that we're going to stay safe? Give it to me like a Letterman's top 10 list. Well, my buddy Devon Florence said he's going to trust God. And that's what I got on her first. God, some people say God, faith, to stay uh, safe. He's going to look after them. The low profile, stay invisible, the best you can. Don't flaunt anything. Don't wear fancy clothes and all that kind of stuff. All that PDA in public and all that. They don't play all that stuff, man. You got to have enough attention as it is, just being a foreigner. Now you got the nice watch on, the gold piece and all that kind of stuff, the big Harley Davidson. I mean, if you're going to be in Angeles City, yeah, Harley Davidson's no big deal. But if you're in St. Carlos City, you don't want a Harley Davidson. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Okay? Get your girlfriend or your wife a firearm, Harry Shoulders. Just like Jerome Morgan said, his wife is in the PNP, so she's already got firearms training. She's probably a better shot than him. So it kind of rolls into the next one because he said, I've got access to a couple of pieces she's got. So even though it's illegal, he'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Okay. Another one, depend on the friendliness of Filipinos. Okay. Because they're very friendly. They're very hospitable. They're not going to bother you. You really have to do something to bring that on yourself. It's one reason I don't really want to learn the language 100% anymore. I'll end up like that guy in the bar. He knew what they were saying about him, but hell, I would have bought them the beer. I'm just telling you how I roll. I'm from the hood. I was in the service, I know people. Look, man, my life is worth a whole lot more than 120 pesos or whatever it is. I'm not blaming the victim. I'm just telling you how I would have handled that if they drunk and come up on me, hey, buy me a beer. Here, man. See y'all later. I'm out of here. That's a shame that he had to die like that. Hey, what's up, Mopar? Thanks for that super chat. He says BGC has spoiled me. I probably shouldn't have come here first. LOL. I can't see myself going into the province area ever to live. BGC or Makati will be my home if I move here permanent to live. And see, because you took good advice, man. You took good suggestions. If I'm new to the Philippines, man, I'm coming to the bubble city, man, or I'm staying into one of these expat alley cities. I'm not moving right into the province. I'm not even moving to San Carlos City, as nice as it is. I'm going somewhere so I can be comfortable that has all the luxuries of what I'm used to till I can get my feet wet. And some people, that's what they want. IT Park in Cebu, Cebu Business Park, BGC, Makati. What's that other one Angelo Habib said he stayed in Manila? In Mega World, Moncton, Newtown. That's what you want when you first get off that plane. So if you want to go to the grocery store, the laundry, the restaurants are there. Everything's right there. The malls. Because this is, man, you can't handle some of the errors over here in the Philippines. It's different in real life than what it is when you over here boots on the ground. I mean, when you're looking at it on the video and boots on the ground, it's like night and day. They show you all this lush greenery and all that, man. It's quiet, man. You would go crazy. You can't do it. It's not that easy. Now, King B. Stacker, he's doing it, but hell, he's sort of like that where he lives in America. He lives like in a rural, right, King B? But this is what you want. Look, man, I've been coming over here for a long time. I fell in love with IT Park. I used to just always, me and Merlin, we'd get in IT Park, but we never stayed there. We would just get an Airbnb there and we'd go out into Cebu. It wasn't until recently when I was like, well, hell, I ain't got to go anywhere. I can stay right here in IT Park. And that's the bubble cities I'm telling you guys about. And the woman you coming over here to see, she's certainly going to love it because it's just something they've been hearing about their whole life. They might work in the damn um, BGC, but there's nothing wrong with starting in Dumaguete. Dumaguete is part of Expat Alley. Dumaguete's got, actually, Robinson has a movie theater. I took Merlin and them to the movies. They first time, our kids, they first time, Merlin's first time since she was a little girl. But then I think that City Mall has a movie theater. They got the big malls there. Okay. They got, excuse me, the Western restaurant, the Boulevard. They got other expats. They got all of that. You close to nice beaches. You're not far from Bohol. Bohol is halfway between Dumaguete and Cebu. It's everything you're going to need there. What's up, Beach of Life? Welcome to the chat. He says, a security manager in New York City for almost 15 years. I had two guns that I never had to use or even pull out. But today, I never wanted or needed a weapon. Need, uh, then I need now here in the Philippines, just in case. Well, there was one, his name was Shelby Lanier. He was a black policeman on the Louisville Police Department. In his 33 years on the force, he never used his weapon. I've never owned a weapon. You probably will never use it. We're just saying, what are you doing um, to stay safe over here? Are you just depending on the goodness of the friend and friendliness of the Filipinos? Staying humble, what are you doing? Some guys do have guns over here. Quiet as it kept. Some people don't go out to nightclubs and stuff. That's how I stay safe. That's why I didn't go to that party the other night. They were drinking. Merlin came home drunk. I didn't care. I'm trying to think, what day was that? What's today? Monday, yeah, so it's Saturday. Because they got videos, man. It was packed, man. Y'all talk about the Filipinos party over here, man. They be partying. And most of the women, most of the people in there were women. I mean, over 3/4 of the people in that party, and it was packed with women. I saw a couple of foreigners in there. I mean, really, really nice. He said, yeah, those 16s are grueling for sure. When I get over to the Philippines, we need to toss back a few Red Horse beers. But hell, he's in San Diego. I love the Chinese. Yeah, he said they advertised the top 5 islands for foreigners to go to. Go to any one of those. Now, Thomas, did you move directly to Argyle or had you been here before? Well, Argyle's what? A couple of hours from Cebu. So I remember going to Argyle, but I remember I had to catch the bus. Yeah, that's right. That's another thing when you stay in those bubble cities, see, because you can't handle a brownout right now. Man, a brownout will kill some of you guys over there. You come over here right now, like in San Carlos City, and sometimes we'll have a brownout. Very few, but when we have them, it's like from 4 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. I mean, the evening. No, I mean, you can't watch TV. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no nothing. What are you gonna do? You better have some type of plan for that, man. I see here in the newspaper where Surigao has been in a blackout for 8 consecutive days. They're getting ready uh, to announce a state of calamity because the underground power lines that connect Surigao to the rest of Mindanao, there's been a break in it some kind of way. They're trying to find it now. But I'm telling you, they got a blackout, not a brownout, a blackout. There's no power at all. I was reading in the paper today, but I've been watching the 8,000 Miles from Home. Now, he's got the solar in the house that I think that, I don't know if they bought that house or not, because they get a lot of, I know they're getting the bag. They got a lot of subscribers and they get a lot of views. So I don't know if they bought that house or whatever it is, they've got solar. I mean, he's got a good solar where it runs everything, everything, Wi-Fi, everything. He can charge. Well, I don't know about. Well, it has to be Wi-Fi for him to be uploading those videos. I mean, it runs everything in his house. He said, Mopar said, I followed your advice to come here first. Thank you, Cal. Yeah, see, you one of the smart ones, man. These guys say it's like we can't tell them nothing. It's just a suggestion. If you want to come over here and come straight to St. Carlos City, good luck. Okay. Hey, what's up, Paul? Thanks for that super chase and thanks for your help. Oh, you're welcome. I'm gonna put your new video. Well, I put it in my video yesterday, but it's a live stream. When it's over, I'll put it under there too. Paul, y'all been going to supporting Paul's channel. He'll be on here. I think I'm gonna have you on here that weekend after Christmas, Paul, if that's okay. He wants to give us an update on his he's rekindled his marriage, I think. Right, Paul? Yeah, he's rekindled his marriage. Hell, she told you 100 times she wanna go to Vegas. He says, yeah, I plan to get solar panels with battery backup. That's what he's got. And an uninterrupted power supply take care of those brownouts, plus Starlink to deal with the shoddy internet service. I got pretty good internet, but yeah, you're right. And eventually, I'm going to get uh, solar. Once it comes down a little bit, guys, solar is expensive over here right now. It's too expensive for me. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, this guy's got a good um, solar system. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed. But he sent his wife and daughter. They're in Manila. I think the father lives up in Angeles City somewhere. Her father. Yeah, he says brownouts in Jensen was during the day, so we went to the mall. I didn't have a plan of it. If it happened overnight, I bought an aircon due to the heat. Blackout would have been bad. It was in the 90s, yeah. And I can handle it during the day, but sometimes they hit you at night. When I was in Zamboanga, they would hit you at night, man. That's the worst kind. I mean, it'll wake you up out of your sleep, be so hot, and just pitch black. I mean, there's nothing. They'll start with the candles and stuff. Oh, okay. Wow. Man, what kind of, okay, now listen to this. I mean, you must got a hell of a budget. He says, I put money on a house in Mingla, Manila. Now that's on the way to Naga City where my son used to live. That was 55,000 a month. Wow. He said, I changed my mind on that and moved to Cebu City for 9 months. Yeah. Man, that's a lot over here, man. 55,000? What was it, a mansion? He says, Irene's sister and brother in law have a solar panel installation business, so I'm looking at a discount. Oh, okay. Now, are they both Filipinos or is he foreigner? But it's a guy who lives right in back of me. He's got like 7 panels. I'm pretty sure it powers that whole house he's got right back here. He said Jensen had blackouts in 2012 when I was there visiting. Now, I was seeing a woman in Jensen. She was a younger lady, I think like 24 or something. But I want to say this was in 2000 and let's see, 11. But she lived right outside Jensen. He said, I'm a bit late on asking this, but did you see the Passport Bro documentary? Yeah, about finding love in Asia. But here's what I found strange, Mr. Dacus, the navigator. Now you're going to talk about, and it was a good one. I watched it all the way through. But how you going to have a documentary on the Passport Bro and you don't interview one Passport Bro? Okay, now one black man that she interviewed on that. Okay, she didn't interview one bro, but it turned out I enjoyed it. Me and Merlin watched it together. But they had that guy Alex from Dumagetti was on there. They had a couple of vloggers from Dumagetti. So CNA, I guess that's like a news agency. It must be in the Philippines somewhere because they they interviewed a few vloggers in Dumaguete, then a guy that was in was he in Bangkok? But yeah, it was a good documentary. I enjoyed it. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it's from CNA. A lot of people saw it now. It's somewhere near like 500,000 right now. That guy Alex, he could use that as a springboard, but I don't see him. That would have been my next video if I would have been on there. They gave him a lot of time too. They got Eastern Dreamers. Um, I'm friends with him on Facebook. Um, but you've seen his videos. Eastern Dreamer, Alex, the younger guy wears glasses. Sometimes he does videos with Mike, Philippine, Journey, Paul. But they gave him a lot of time on that documentary, man. I'm like, man, don't you know you can use that as a springboard? My next video would have been talking about that. Hey, welcome back, King Arthur. Thanks for that super sticker, man. Where you been? Hope everything's okay. He says the blackout longer than brownout as far as electricity being out. Well, they call it brownout because not all the city is without electricity, only certain parts. A blackout is everybody. Like Surigao Island right now is in a blackout. Everybody has no power. Yeah, man, it's been a while, man, since we've seen King Arthur. Go be Franklin said continue for soft start, then check on some better options to take care of priorities like refridge, etc. And you can supplement with small generator for backup if needed. Yeah, I'm thinking about um, getting just like a small solar to run my fan and the lights in the brownout. That's really all I need. I can go without Wi-Fi and all that stuff. But when you don't have no lights, man, and no fan, okay, he said they're both Filipinos, not your typical couple, more like a power couple for sure. Easily top 5% of height. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I brought that up earlier. I'm saying the women we typically deal with are poor, but there's rich people over here. It's the breakdown like any other society. You got the super rich, the financially independent, then you got that middle class. Then you got everybody else. It's just a whole lot of everybody else over here. But yeah, they certainly uh, got some rich people here, man. So one of the richest guys in all of the Philippines lives right here in St. Carlos City. Just looks like a regular guy too. You would walk right by him on the street. But not only is he rich, he's powerful. He said, "Hello, Cal. It's been a while waiting to get my clearance for my doctor next month, and after that, I'll make arrangements for the Philippines. We'll email you. Yeah, man. We'll email you soon, man. Good to hear from you, man. I'm glad everything's going okay. I know you had lost your wife, and that took the wind out of you. You lost your dog first, then your wife. He said, thank God. Okay, what's he said? Jabraz says, I caught half of it. They are labeling everyone a passport bro now. Yeah, they are. I watched it all. It was pretty interesting to me. They had some pretty good answers, you know. He said, very broad use of the term passport bro. Yeah. I just kind of found that I don't even know how would, I guess they was looking on the internet and that's how they found those bloggers because they interviewed the one girl, I think it's Philippine Life with Leah. She's married to the American guy. I think he's American Christian in the Philippines or something. But they interviewed her, and she gave some good answers about, the traditional Filipina and why Western men like Filipinas. I mean, it wasn't cringy, the answers that she gave. They were pretty good answers. And they showed her wiping his face and, cooking the food and everything. And, you know, and the one guy, he was an Asian guy. He uh he had met a girl in Thailand, a Thai woman, and he's a digital nomad. He's working in Bangkok. A lot of these guys, they were young, and that's the advantage now that the young guys have over us. The older guys, man, they can virtually work, literally work anywhere on the planet that has good Wi-Fi and stuff. I got a buddy, Kaz, man. He's up in Manila, man, living his best life. He's a digital nomad. He's got a good job. He's working all the way over here, So when they talk about Wi-Fi, I mean, he absolutely needs his Wi-Fi, but he's never had a problem. He's been over here 2 years. He said, "Yeah, man, I bought a 48,000, 1,000 watt Honda generator. It saved me several times." Now, how much gas does that hold? And how hard is that to install, Sarada Line? I would even think about getting something like that. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, if you've never been through a brownout, man, it's man, I tell you, it's brutal. The first time you experience one, I mean, imagine. The only time we have a brownout or blackout in America is when you have to have a bad storm, or somebody runs into the damn telephone pole and has a wreck or something, and then I mean, you chomping at the bit for that power to come back on, man. But I'm telling you, it catches you off guard, man. You'll know who you are first time you sit through a brownout. And you sitting there watching the television, you getting into it something, and all of a sudden it shuts down. The aircon shuts down, everything. And he's like, damn, you better have a plan. Go to the mall, go to the gym, you better do something. Now you got to take that uh, cold shower that you've been fearing since you came over here. He said, to give you an idea, her sister walked into the Ford dealership a few years ago and paid cash for a brand new Ford Raptor, modified. Yeah, like I said, not your typical Filipino. Yeah, well, one thing about St. Carlos City is shocking to me, and somebody had to tell me. I think John told me this. I can't remember who told me, but I believe it was John. He's just a big middle class here, and it is. It's a lot of people here a lot of Filipinos here that got money. I mean, I live right around the corner from a subdivision. I mean, all the houses in there, at least 6, 7 million on up. And, it just is. And then right across over here in Margarita Village, that's like an upper middle class. Then Teachers Village. And it's just money here in St. Carlos City. But those people, uh, they aren't on the dating sites. Okay. Only the ones who really doing bad. He said, Cal, a younger guy's not welcomed on your channel. He said, because I see you never read my comments. Even I super chat, something happens. No. See, what you have to understand concerning Dash, this is the first time I've seen your comment. You understand there's hundreds, these comments keep going. They don't stop. I'm not reading them one at a time. Okay. I don't, but if you send me a super chat, you're gonna see it because it pops out. Okay, so I'm sorry. No. If you super chat on my channel, it pops out. That's why they call it a super chat. it puts you above all the rest of the the comments. But no, I don't know how old these people are on this in these comments. One guy was 34 earlier. He said, he's always skipped my comments. No, we don't do it on purpose. But the comments just keep coming concerning Dash. They don't stop, and you read them one at a time. That would take me forever. I think Mike Philippine retirement, I think he does that. I don't. Sometimes I hit because sometimes it'll have high old comment, and then it's got an arrow I can push that gets me to the new comment. But no, I don't skip anybody's on purpose. He said, I know we're the prize, Cal, but I got a woman that didn't need my money and comes from a family of doctors, lawyers, and seamen. Yeah, everybody over is not uh, in need, but there's some reason when she's on the dating site, though. Okay? It doesn't mean, maybe she doesn't want a regular Filipino or something. You got to understand, women with money aren't on those dating sites because they can get a nice looking man here if they got money. Okay? I mean, we're all in the 8,000 mile club, man. It doesn't matter whether, I said it the other day. We'll say our woman got money, she's got education, she comes from a good family. Watch that video again. We're still here, though, all for the same reason. I mean, I tip my hat to you. I wish I had it like that. No wonder why you trying to move in a 8,000, I mean, a 55,000. See, that's what happens when you put a super chat. It just pops up automatically. Green, some are orange, some are yellow. He says, I thought you just skipped my comments because Mike does the same. I apologize. Thanks for clarifying. Hey, thanks for that super chat. Yeah, we don't, man, it's just so many. Okay, you imagine, I got 200, at one time I had 220 people watching. So you can imagine how many uh, comments I've got. Hey, Radar in, thanks for that super chat. He said, what's up, Cal? I was out in Angeles City and I had an outstanding time. I felt safe. I felt like a rock star. It was exactly what I needed. I stayed at the Wild Orchard. I now know what you say about being rejuvenated. Yeah, man. Thank you. Because we don't have to come over here and live. Some people just need a vacation. Radarin, we don't need, I need to vacate. Man, you'd be shocked, man, what a 2 week, 3 week, a month vacation in the Philippines would do for you. But some people are saying, uh, some people will say, hey, Al Rogan, pop out. Thanks for that super chat. Some people say, I'll be there in a couple of years, and they just keep putting it out. Man, you don't have to retire over here. I'm glad I didn't have that thinking when I came over in 2009. I mean, I literally cried when I had to go back home, man. I mean, I had the time of my life over here for those 2 weeks. To show you how much I knew about the Philippines, a little I knew about it, I had only scheduled a week. I had to extend for another week. But man, I went to Tamboli Beach Resort, man. I saw that beach and that crystal clear water. And the woman I was with, obviously, man, I hadn't lived like that, man. I probably never. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? You still here? So yeah, Radarin, man, I know exactly what you're saying. What's up, Clyde? He said, what's up, brother Cal? Just joined in. Thanks for being here for us. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you, Clyde. Oh, yeah, he said, I'm here near Vegas still. Yeah. He said, I ate Thanksgiving dinner at the Wild Orchard. See, Joseph Rutherford, he came to the meet and greet. A bunch of good guys up there in Angelique City. That's why I put it on my list. I put it up there at the top. Then I went to DeVal. See, I'm a veteran here. I could live anywhere here, man. But when I went to DeVal, I was like, man, I really want to move here. With that small island over there, he said the Wild Orchard. He said in 2025, he said, my man trying to do pre-base closure numbers. Yeah, we stay. Sammy Davis put us up in the ABC, man. It was nice. I had a good time in Angelique City, man. We ate breakfast at Denny's, man. I was impressed. He said, stay strapped. He said, any one of those posts might have been a great place to ask your question. He said, Cal skips me after 4 years, musical chat. Yeah, it's funny because there's so many, man. Just like I just seen TJ on here. I didn't even know TJ was on here, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, what's up, Drew Moore? He said, hey, Cal, thanks for that super chat. He said, hey, Cal, I'm coming from Dubai. Oh, man. I've got a buddy. No, he's not in Dubai. He's in Kuwait. He was at the meet and greet. So you in the desert. I was watching a video the other day. I didn't watch it all the way through, though. He says, the dark side of Dubai. Is there a dark side of Dubai, Drew Moore? What's up, Brad Mack? Thank you, man, for that super sticker. So Ron a lot, he's almost finished with his house. Matter of fact, I saw one of your comments, Ron, a lot on that video where the guy built the house and you said he overpaid, right? I didn't think he had such a bad deal, but see, you're building your own house. If I was a carpenter like you and I knew all that about electricity and plumbing and all that, I would have built my own house. But I think he did the right thing. I think he did the right thing because I'll tell you the same thing. If you're gonna build a house over here and you're not like Sir Ron a lot, which he does everything, he's got a couple of helpers. You got one skilled helper and one laborer. I would say get an engineer, which is what they call a contract over here. You know, obviously a reputable one. I was listening to Paul Old Dog New Tricks and see, I listened to his first video because I said, well, let me go back and listen to his first video when he first started talking about this guy, right? This contractor. And he was convinced. He said he did all his due diligence. But then when you see the new one where he's basically been scammed, you can see where he didn't really do his due diligence. Hey, thanks, Clyde Horn, for the super chat. He said, I saw the movie you mentioned, Plane, okay, and Philippine Dream Girl. Enjoy both. Yeah, that Philippine Dream Girl is really good, man. It was back in the 90s, okay, when just to show you guys, this thing's been going on for a long time, man. A long, long, long time, guys. This isn't nothing new. Y'all watching these vlogs acting like this is something new, man. Stuff been going on, man. This guy's on here now that we're in the Philippines in the 80s. I had a cousin, he's 3 years older than me. Hell, he was in the Philippines in the 70s. But he was married to a Korean woman, and they lived in the Philippines. He was in the Air Force. But that's why I wanted the guys to watch that Philippine Dream Girl. It's like time stood still. It's like nothing changed. It's the same thing. The guys that came over here, they came from London or the UK, they do the they were doing the same thing that we're doing today. Hey, thanks, Gobi Franklin, for that super chat. He said, sent you an email with some generator ideas. Happy holidays. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, because I'm going to need something. Because I've been over a long time. You never get used to those brownouts, man. I don't care who you are. That's why if you're new, you better move into one of these expat alley cities. Now, Dumagetti has a lot of brownouts. But if you move into like IT Park or somewhere like that, those places are going to have generators. Frank said, old dog got taken. Yeah, him and about, he said 28 other people. But there's another guy. The name of his channel is Life in the PI. Now, they were like halfway done with his house, this contract. I'm not going to say his name. And hell, I guess they just walked off because he's filing a case against them. He was making so many videos and then he had to take them down because they threatened to sue him for defamation. But there's a couple of people who he actually finished their jobs though. There's a channel called, I can't think of the channel, but they had their house finished with the swimming pool, then they had the housewarming. And that's where this guy was, he was referred from this couple. I think it's John and Har. It's the name of their channel. They got a nice house. So he was going to get a house built almost like theirs. And the guy was looked like he was about a third of the way done. I guess he just walked off or something. He said that con man scammed people all over the world, 35 people or more just around Dumagetti. That's what I heard. Yeah, Tom and Mar, but it's Tom and R, Har. This is whose house he finished. Now the guy who's making the video, Life in the PI, his house was going to look exactly like theirs. He said he made a few changes. Hey, Harry Shoulders, thanks for that super chat. He said, hey, Cal, what's the biggest mistake we make that first day when we arrive? Well, I wouldn't even call it a mistake, but you jump into bed with that woman, Harry. And I can't even say it's a mistake because that's what we want, right? But you'll look back on it and be like, man, I never should have slept with her. Because she's going to be on you like white on rice. You just better make sure she's the right one. But yeah, that's one of the big mistakes we make. And or we'll get an Airbnb and we don't read the reviews, which is big. You got to read the reviews, guys. Or you exchange all your money at the airport. That's another mistake we make, Harry. Some guy, he changed 1,900. He was just over my house at the airport, and I was like, man, can you imagine how much that is? I didn't tell him though. I didn't tell him, but I'm doing the calculation in my mind because they take about 4 pesos from you. He probably lost about $130, $140. Discerning Dash, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, do married men get targeted by other Filipinos in the Philippines? He says, I live in Cebu. I got $3,500 a month. Was on your replay. Heard you spoke on it. Is that AFAM? Is that often? Well, what do you mean? Do they target? Do married men get targeted by other Filipinos in the Philippines? You mean? I don't understand what you're saying. Do you come over? You mean do you come over here and marry a and deal with a married woman? Is that what you're saying? And then they target you that way? Because I don't know about married men getting targeted by other Filipinos in the Philippines. I don't understand that. Uh, Send me another comment and can make it plain to me, because they won't know if you're married or not, really, if you come over here. Now, married Filipinos is a different story. Okay, they won't tell you they're married until you get over here, and then it's too late. You done made all them plans. You done jumped in the bed with her and everything like that. Then she say, "Oh yeah, by the way, uh, I'm still married." You know, there's a good side to that and a bad side. The good side is you're gonna have a friend with benefits. You know, I didn't know Harry to marry her. Okay, because though that the annulment takes a long time. It's very expensive, and she can't expect you to do that right away. So you can enjoy all the fruits for basically free, but at the same time, you don't know the other side of that story. It could be a jilted husband, a jilted ex. What I'm thinking about, what happened really to Elliot Eastman. Now you're in trouble if they catch you together. But as far as going to jail, I don't think you'd go to jail because you didn't know. You could easily say, I didn't know she was married. But I don't know what you mean by a married man targeted over here. I don't understand what that means. He said, I think he's asking if you're married to a Filipino, do other Filipinos still hit on you? Oh, absolutely. You're going to get more. That's anywhere, though. You get more play when you with a woman than when you single. And certainly over here, what's been my experience? Okay, once they know you with somebody, they see how well you're treating her, they want some of that. See, they're not taking a chance. See, Filipinos take a chance by dealing with us. They get lucky. We don't get lucky. We get unlucky. They get lucky. If they go into that old cesspool of dating prospects that they've got to fish out of, our dating pool is much better than what they dealing with. Okay, because they're taking a chance. They might get some bum for real, some guy who's lying to them, who ain't got two pennies to rub together. Hey, Mopar, thanks for that super chat. He said, I bought my girlfriend's family an Ego Nexus power station with solar panels 1.5 years ago, and they love it with no issues. No more brownouts for them. I ordered through Amazon. It wasn't that expensive and scalable. Um, so what do you mean? I mean, how does that work? I'm gonna look that up. If you got it off Amazon. He said, I know what he's saying. All the Filipinos where I live giving me those blowy eyes, knowing I'm with my Filipinos and building a house. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Saran a lot. Yeah, see, they know that you're a good one. They don't have to take that big risk that they take, because and my heart goes out to some of these women because they get with men who have no intention of doing anything for them, really, but blowing their back out. But that's the cesspool of dating prospects that they dip out of. We know basically what we're getting. You can be in a rush and end up choosing the wrong woman, but more than likely, you're going to get a good woman over here. I've never dealt with a woman that wouldn't have made a good wife. Every woman I've ever dealt with over here would have made a good wife. It's different for them women, man. So they see you with a woman, you taking good care of her. They know her. They know her and they see how far you brought her. You damn right they're gonna be interested. You know, but the Philippines is just so damn small, man. You're gonna get caught. Imagine if I wanted to try to fool around in St. Carlos City. Where could you go? See, the problem in the Philippines with trying to fool around is you don't know who knows who. So just say, for instance, if I'm out and I'm walking around St. Carlos City trying to hide, I don't know if the people I'm sitting next to in the restaurant know Maryland. Or you could even go in, you could go to Boracay, you could go to Panglao Bahal, you could go anywhere. You don't know who's watching you because you don't know the connection. They probably know your woman. It's tough here, man. It's tough here. You're going to get caught. That's a fact. He said, what I've learned is that they deal with 4 to 5 men just like we communicate with 78 women in the beginning. They wait to see which man is going to meet their needs and they make their selection. Yeah, I talked about that almost from the beginning. And that's why I tell guys, don't put all your eggs in one basket. They're dealing with more than one man because they don't know which man is going to come over here. First of all, it is first come, first serve. They don't know. So they're going to do the same thing. They're going to say the same thing to the men because they don't know which one's coming. But the one who makes it over here, usually first, is the one she's going to end up being with. But Filipinos get mad at me because a woman got mad. She actually called me on the phone over here. She lived in San Carlos City. She says, hey, my husband follows you, and I don't like that you tell him that he should, well, it's not her husband, a boyfriend, that he should deal with 3 or 4 Filipinos. And I was like, well, ma'am, let's be honest. He's not the only man you were chatting with. And she got real quiet because it's true, but they don't want me to tell y'all that. But that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, Maryland was dealing with 3 of us. She had the whole rainbow. She had a black American, a white American, and an Asian American. And they had more money than me. I guarantee you they did. Because I was over here. I wasn't working over here. I had no channel when I met Maryland. But I told Maryland I was still in America when I was here already. And I got over here first, obviously. And the rest is history. Okay. The Asian guy sent her 50-something thousand pesos. That's a lot of money, man. And 6 years ago, it's a lot of money now. But she's usually the first one. He said, not across the same relationships, but I've had cousins, sisters, besties work up the nerve to lobby for some dick. So imagine how many are just lurking. Yeah, but it's true. They've got a messed up, man, dating pool for real. They don't know what they're getting. And they get comfortable around you. They get comfortable seeing you. And they see, oh, he's a good man. You know, they vet you through the woman. You know, they say, yeah, we know little Maria. We know where she comes from. Look how well he's treating her. The house and the lot, everything. And they'll, they will, but you're going to have to make the first move. I don't even look at the women in the eyes anymore here. I don't know what they're thinking. So I don't even look. I mean, really, you really got to be careful. Okay, because they'll, like he called them those little blowy eyes. They give you that look, man. I don't look them in the eye anymore. Yeah, he said these women would flirt with you behind your girl's back. But I wouldn't recommend you doing that. These people know each other for sure. Yeah, see, that's what I just said. They know, man, you could be anywhere and somebody's going to see you. because you don't know your girlfriend's friends. You don't know their batchmates. You don't know who they grew up with. You don't know everybody. The neighbors. What's up, Van? He said, hey, Cal, much love. He said, similar in Thailand. Very similar to all being said. Yeah, but it's true. I don't look at these women, man. Mm-mm. They know who I am here in St. Carlos City. I'd be, man, I'd be in big trouble. But I'm sure they would, if I made the first move, they wouldn't have a problem with it. They're never going to do it, though. He says, I got spotted a whole island away. My girlfriend got too many friends. Yeah, ass everywhere. Yeah, you're going to get spotted, man. I don't care where you are. I remember one time that I wasn't even doing anything. This is real true. I'm in Ilo. I'm going to get my extension. I'm not even fooling with no woman. Don't you know some woman in Ilo saw me there? I'm sitting on the in the jeepney because they got a funny tricycle slash jeepney. It's like half tricycle, half jeepney. And I'll be damned if they didn't tell Maryland that they saw me with another woman in Ilo. I'm like, you're a damn lie. But they saw me. She had a friend in Ilo. I mean, not Ilo. Orma City, lady. You know how far that is from here? First of all, I got to go to Cebu. Then I got to get on the fast cat to go 3 hours to Orma. And I was like, damn. Excuse me, sir. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't date. I wouldn't even date it. I would. I'm sure you can, but I mean, I wouldn't. If they take a liking to you, man, you're gonna get caught. You're just gonna get caught because women. I'm gonna tell you how women catch you. They know. They know how long it takes for you to nut. They know how long it takes for you to get off. And if all of a sudden you digging in there for 30 minutes and you ain't done nothing, they're like, who you been with? They know you a 3 minute man. Now all of a sudden you end up for 30 minutes, you huffing and puffing, sweating. They'll try you like that. He said, what are you guys talking about? Women flirting with you even if you have a girlfriend. I thought Filipinos are too shy for that. Plus, I never had anyone flirt with me, and I've been here for almost a year. Well, you gotta be looking. I don't the hell you gotta leave that damn house, Angelo. You always in the living room. You don't go nowhere. But I'm pretty sure when you go out to that a Breezer Mall and places like that, man, they looking. American Moon Odyssey.com. He said, can I have 7 new solar panels you can have for free? But mailing them will cost you too much. Yeah, um, hell, then I'd have to have them installed and all of that. And don't you supposed to have? Don't you need more than just the panels? He said, hearing sir makes my limp, makes me limp. Yeah, he said, don't think you're ever the only man. They have many to pick from, and when they get one that is doing the most for them, they're not stupid. I know the game. Yeah, and they all doing it. Man, this is what we was talking about before you got on here. Is exactly what you're saying. Because they were talking about, well, who's the prize? I said, well, you the prize. You don't have to beat over the head with it, but it's apparent. Once they see your value, they get real jealous. They get real possessive, man. They're not gonna do anything stupid. They're gonna hold on to you like their life depends on it. But men are they say, oh, who's the prize? Well, the women are gonna think they're the prize because of what they're being told. They're being told that we're old, we can't get a woman over in our country. Okay, I'm not going to argue with them. If that's what you want to think, lady. Okay, you keep thinking that, and then next thing you know, you're in the Hyatt Regency overlooking Baraka Island. You know, you're living a dream all of a sudden. And remember, I could have literally 50,000 women over here in your spot, but I don't have to beat you over the head with it. You're gonna know who the prize is because you only think in your mind that you can replace me. Okay, how many dicks are you gonna have to suck before you meet a good man? They don't understand the dating pool that they have to choose from. They think that all foreign men are the same. We're not the same. And they learned that the hard way. Yeah, they really learned that the hard way. There's not men lined up out there ready to date you on the dating site. Some women been on that dating site for years and years. They've never been chosen. That's just how it is. But if you don't know any better, if you keep watching these bloggers and getting the wrong uh, picture, like all the Philippines just swimming with men, there's not enough foreign men over here to meet the demand. There's not nearly enough. And I don't care what anybody tells you, it's just not, man. It's just too many women over here on those dating sites who are willing to date you for what you are, a foreign man, what you have to offer. This we'll never catch up. There's not enough people to make it over here. I'm talking about Western men. Because you got a lot of South Koreans, a lot of Chinese, but if they had their pick, they want a Western man, preferably American. But they'll take Australian and all that. But it's just not enough, man. The numbers don't lie. Yeah, yeah. But I saw that one guy now, but he didn't. Now, which vlog are you talking about? Because I seen the retard in paradise, but hell, I think the reason she left him because she figured he didn't have enough money. Because Joe, the house he's building, he's not finished with it. He's basically building it himself, not far from where she grew up. See, that's what I'm saying. She dipped in there and got one and was like, "This isn't who I thought he was." And she left him, even though they had a child. If she left him for another man who supposedly has more money, or he's telling her he's got more money anyway. Because they'll have a post nut analysis too. After grabbing your ass out of there and you ain't living up to their expectations, yeah. You know, they just don't want to look up. If you some old crusty man, you really better have some money. Okay, or you better be ready to have that visa on demand. And that's what happened. She was like, you don't have as much money as I thought you got. And one of his viewers is probably the one who scooped her up. What's for lunch in there? Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure. He said Vietnam has been somewhat crazy. We was at the club and the hostess tried to slide into the DM, even though she was just talking about her boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah, he said no one flirted with me either. They used to ask if I knew other single guys when I was younger, but not this last trip. Oh man, it's crazy here. I don't even look at it. The cashiers that save more. Just ridiculous. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know you're that 3 minute man. Now all of a sudden it's taking you 20 minutes. You sweating, huffing and puffing. Yes, he ain't gonna give up on it. They know it. You know, you don't have to come over beating your chest. They're not stupid. They know exactly who the prize is. But you got guys on here who are telling them that they're the prize. Well, okay, you can tell them whatever they want. It's gonna be real crystal clear pretty soon when you're riding on a new motorcycle that you've been walking your whole damn life. And now you're sleeping on a Serta mattress every damn night. Yeah, you see that's the flack I took. You know, all these armchair bros and barbershop bros, they're looking from a distance saying, "Oh yeah, you was wrong and this and that." I said, "You've never been in that situation where a woman's just gonna serve herself to you on a silver platter. 22, here, take me, I'm yours. Do with me whatever you want to do." Okay, then you're gonna say, "Oh no, I better get back uh, home to my girl." Yeah, right. I'm thinking I'm on candid camera. I'm looking around like this is a setup, right? No, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. He said the pie will consume you like quicksand. It's really like that everywhere here. Just take a bath. Yeah, but eventually though, you're gonna meet your match. That's what happens to guys. They come over here. You're gonna eventually meet one that's gonna ring your bell. She's gonna do something. It's gonna separate her from the rest of them. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm satisfied. But you're right. Yeah, but for them, see, right now, man, is a good time to be on a dating site, really, because there's women on there now who, before the pandemic, would have never even thought about being on a dating site. And then with inflation and the high cost of everything going up, and their salaries aren't going anywhere, they're staying the same. But a lot of women are opting for their dating site. They see the life changing aspects of meeting a foreigner, man. Now's the best time right now. If you know what you're doing to get on the dating site, you'll meet a good woman because there's more of them on there now who would never think about being on a dating site. And it's crazy, but um, you know, at my meet and greet, there was a man. One of my first meet and greets. I mean, this guy could sing, man. He took over the karaoke. Found out that he was like a councilman or something in Negros Oriental, but just right outside of St. Carlos City. There's a beautiful wife. And I be telling him his wife didn't leave him, man. They've been together like 20 something years, man. And see, I'm saying to myself, if she got on that dating site, somebody gonna pick her. But I don't know if I'd want to fool with her. See, you gotta know who you're dealing with because he's got power, man. And from what Marilyn's saying, he wasn't all right with it. She's the one that left. And because she said he was jealous and wouldn't let her go anywhere. She was at the party. Marilyn, you can tell that she hasn't been out in a long time. You know, he says, and they wonder if Philippines would date an African American man. You damn right, they dating Maryland too. Yeah, that's the stupidest question. If you're an American man, if you're a Western foreigner, you're not gonna have a problem. Why would you? That just goes to show you, who's the prize. Okay, why would you date him, man? I've got a friend over here. He's 90. He's 90 years old, and his woman's like 39 or 40 or something like that. Yeah, yeah, it is a tough life for some of them, but it's life changing. Yeah, 20-minute workout. He said, I would probably get a vasectomy before I came over there when I get to retirement age. Yeah. See, that's one of the things when I was talking about we overlook because me ain't come over here, we looking for sex, right? So if a woman, she's gonna, the minute you get off the plane, you're going to the hotel. Is that a red flag though that we overlook? It is because we overlook the risk, Brad, Mac. She might get pregnant. Look, listen, man, I'm telling y'all from experience. When I met my son's wife, my son's mother, she met me at the airport with two of her friends. We got in a taxi. We went to the hotel, and I paid the taxi for them to go on. She got pregnant the first night. I met her in January, and she had our son in November. Okay, that was 9 months later. Because at the end of January, she had him at November the 3rd. She was so afraid. She really tried to end the pregnancy because she was so ashamed. She didn't want to tell me. She thought that I was going to react like what she heard for us, denying it and everything. Cause like, oh, we just met, but we were together like 2 months. But yeah, the disease, we don't even. We just overlook all that. Man, we take a big chance, man. Like I said, the thing that saves us is most of the women we deal with are good women. Otherwise, man, the playing field will be littered with our bodies. Okay. And that's why a lot of guys do come over here, man. The women are good over here for real. Because we take some risky ass, man. We take some risk, man. We do some risky ass stuff over here. I don't know. He said, how's the dynamic when she's older than man? And you asking the wrong guys because man, we don't deal with older women over here, man. We're dealing with younger women. That's what it's all about. I dealt with a woman. I was 40 when I first got over her. I was 45. She was 41. She put me up on the game. She said, "What are you doing with me?" Normally, foreigners are with younger women. I didn't know, and that was the end of that. Yeah, he said, "Not sure. I mean, going to be able to answer that question." Yeah, wait. I mean, now Jeffrey Tatter, his buddy's coming over here. He's 63. He's getting ready to marry a 60-year-old Filipino. I mean, that's his business. Like, what? What in the world has he been drinking? Dude could have him a 23-year-old yummy six with benefits. He's marrying a 60-year-old. There ain't no way. And his divorce, hell, the ink isn't even dry on his divorce yet. He said, these women here aren't stupid. He said, they will look at the woman that you are with and want you because they can see how your woman is living because of you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how it works over here. That's why you will be a wanted man. If they're gonna judge you, they don't have to go in that old cesspool. They already see hey, this guy. Look how he's treating her. Look at the life she's living. We've been knowing her whole life. Well, she really got a good man. Yeah, he said 90. He said my dick is gonna send in a retirement email before that for sure. No, he's 90 years old. But he's not the only one. I got a friend, Ace. Hell, he's 82. He's over banging up some women. I think his woman was 50, but he's 82, man. Yeah, after a while, you're exactly right. When you finish running that race, sowing your oats, you're gonna get tired of it because that's what happened to me. Remember, I said the Philippines won't change you; it expose you. It'll tell you how lonely you are. It'll tell you, hey, temptation is a mother, man. You know, you can easily say what you won't do. Let temptation come tapping you on the shoulder. Okay. I had never seen anything like it. I had never experienced anything like it in 2010. Because see, in 2009, I was sort of, I met the young lady and I was sort of, she had my nose open. The one who was, she said she was 22, turned out to be 18. So I only fooled with her. But come 2010, when I met my son's mother, man, I came over here. I went crazy, man. I was living in Cebu. Now I had an apartment with her. I was with a different woman every day. You know, it's nothing to brag about. It's just something that I just knew I could get on the dating site. I mean, when I look back on it now, I was like, man, you crazy. Because my son's mother, she was jealous like that. She would have killed me if she'd have really found out. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a quiet minority. Hey, what's up, Rashad? Yeah, he said I'm definitely interested in you guys' insights, but I don't know of anybody that's dating an older woman here. Older women really are off the market, really. My helper's 60. That's what I'm saying. When the guy come over here and he's going to marry a 60-year-old woman, like, is this guy in his right man? I mean, even if he was in a hell, he could marry an American woman at 60. I don't get it. Yeah, he says, a man, you have to play chess here because those playing checkers are the individuals that give YouTubers their sorry stories about how they've been robbed. It's just that they're not getting the right information, hitman. Somebody's telling them that the woman is the prize, or they're just not even listening. So they come over here and they stumble all over themselves. They fall down. The woman runs all over them because they're just not used to the attention. Somebody said it in the live stream. The good treatment. They're not used to it. So they lose their man. Not realize there's 50,000. I used to say 10,000. It's literally 50,000 lined up to take her spot. That doesn't mean to take advantage of anybody or mistreat them. That's just the fact. Numbers don't lie. We're the ones in demand. We're treating them like they're in demand. They're not in demand. We are. There's not enough foreign men coming over here, guys. Okay? The supply doesn't fit the demand. That's why a man that's 90 years old can have a woman over here. Yeah, he said both times I've been with my Filipina, she's pregnant with them 1 month. They're very fertile. So imagine me getting off the plane. It's good. She's lucky. She's very fortunate that I'm a decent human being. Okay, because I would have denied that to the end. But he looks more like me than any of my children. I had no doubt it was man. She was afraid that I wouldn't believe her. So she's taking all these kind of pills and medicines, you know. And so finally she just told me, yeah, I think I'm pregnant. Okay, well, and I ended up coming back. I left in March. I ended up coming back in April. And, the rest is history. But yeah, guys, I'm about to get off here, man. Thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support of Sunshine Shoulders. I know we got off topic a lot, man, but Elliot Eastman is me, man. This could happen to anybody. Come up with some type of plan, man, of how you're going to protect yourself, how you're going to stay safe over here. If I don't care if you're just going to be here for 2 weeks. The one thing working in our favor is the friendliness of Filipino people. They're really not going to bother you. It's always going to be that but, you know. But what happens if I find myself in that situation? You're outgunned. You don't have a weapon. I would say get some pepper spray and carry around with you. That would help. That would really help. But other than that, man, if they show up at your house like they did LED, there's nothing you can do. You try to fight them off. They're gonna end up shooting you. You know, I'm gonna be like him and like that German woman. She said, "You're gonna kill me anyway, so kill me now." And then they end up chopping a damn husband's head off with a dull ass knife. I believe I'm gonna fight too, man. So take care, y'all. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time.